Hi, everybody. Welcome to
Hey,
another listen along. I'm your host, William. I'm also the drummer for Glass Beach, and today I have Jay
yeah.
and our guest, who is who is heccra. Which we should be able to hear you now, heccra. Can we?
Yeah.
Cool. That scared me. Okay, great. Yeah, so you got heccra here. If you've never been to one of these before, I'm just going to do a quick little thing here. First, generally, I would visit the band's website or Bandcamp. I was going to look up Heckra's Bandcamp, like have it on stream, and be like, hey, you should go here. But then one of the album covers has a titty on it. And because of Twitch's terms of service, I was really worried that I would accidentally show the titty. So,
Do you want me to change it real quick?
No,
you're okay.
You're okay.
It's heccra at bandcamp.com.
You actually can just type !listen in the Twitch chat, and the first link will be Heckra's Bandcamp, and the second link will be to this album on Spotify, which I know. If you want to listen somewhere else, I encourage you to. But purchase the album. There's a really cool shirt that's sold out there. You should check it out, even though it's sold out. It's a great design. And then we're going to open up...
Corey Curly Swope did that. Also, how can I see the chat? Like, where's that at?
Oh, you would have to open Twitch yourself. Is that something you can do?
Oh. Do I need an account?
No, you don't. You can just open
okay,
it, right?
I can do that.
Yeah. And it's
I asked you if I needed it.
So. Sorry. I that's one thing I forget about. It's just twitch.tv/glassbeachband.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And if you're watching this on YouTube afterwards, when I put it up on the Second Glass Beach channel, sorry that you can't participate in chat stuff. If you're free in the future, you should join the Twitch streams. And then the last thing here that I want to mention is we don't play the music live on stream, partly to encourage you to check out the artist yourself, give them a follow, that kind of thing, and also because of DMCA and copyright stuff. So
yeah,
you will be in charge of getting it going yourself. So you'll open a streaming platform of your choice, whatever. We'll be using the Green Music app and in
quote unquote choice.
And from there, we will do a countdown. This is not going to be the countdown, but this is what it's going to sound like. I'll do a 3, 2, 1, go. On go, we'll all hit play, and we should be synced up and listening to the album, which I should say the full title. Do you know it off the top of your head?
The Devil Faces of My Old Friends Beneath Me.
Yes. The devil. I just knew it as the Devil Faces because that's how I've been shortening it
for
myself. And then I realized I've forgotten the whole thing.
Do you like it, William?
Do I like the music?
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay, just checking. I was watching the one with my good buddy Nate, Raccoon Tour, and he said, he was like, I love heccra. I worship the ground he walks on. And you were like, I don't blame you. And I was like, that's a good save. Like you were saying, I don't.
No. That was a reaction to, I kind of feel weird when people say that they like idolize people. That's just like that was where my hesitation came from. I really like I like your music, and no, we're good. We listened to it on tour too, actually, and that's when the idea for you coming on was born.
Yeah,
because Jay and I were showing the rest of the band this album, right?
Yeah,
and and then I was like, hey Jay, would you want to do a listen along with heccra?
Yeah, and I said absolutely yes. I mean, just to like clear the air, I fucking love this album. Definitely like this and all your other work was like a big influence on Glass Beach. Super stoked to have you on here. I know you and I have been like Facebook friends for a while and like not really talked much.
Like 10 years maybe.
Yeah. And I remember like when we first dropped the Glass Beach album, like you hit me up and said that it was really good, and that was awesome. That meant a lot to me.
I mean, it was like I knew you were musical, like I knew you'd done stuff like Casio Dad.
Yeah. And also very influenced by heccra.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then I remember like you were saying, I remember somewhere before it was released, you were saying something about how it's like you're holding back, like we're just gonna work on it a little more, and then you released it, and I heard the first track, and it was just so good. It was so good that I was jealous. I was like, damn it, because it was so good. And I was like, now I gotta up my game, and yeah, and it's insane. You guys have had so much success. I'm so proud of you, both you guys.
Thank you.
Both you folks. Sorry.
Thanks.
Yeah. I'll be up front. Like I live in Iowa, and there's a very small amount of people who have preferred pronouns. And so if I say like thank you guys, I don't mean that in a gendered way.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I personally don't mind it, like,
Yeah,
but it's a good thing to like make a habit of like being aware of, I guess. I don't know.
That's also, I mean, like, to your credit,
Yeah.
that's also a thing that people who are surrounded by like trans and non-binary people, they also just say guy or like man. Like a lot of people will do the man thing. They're like, oh, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah.
I mean, we're in LA. Like people
Yeah.
use like dude.
Yeah,
here, like it's
exactly.
gender neutral. You know, like it's.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to be respectful.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So I wanted to clear that up. Yeah. Also,
Great.
can you hear the furnace?
No.
No.
Good.
Yeah.
Good job. Noise canceling. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's that we got that good noise canceling. Okay. I'm gonna show that one more time. Yeah. So 3, 2, 1, go. That wasn't it. We hit play on go and we sank. Exclamation point. Listen in the chat. We'll have heccra. Someone did put it, or the saddest little meow meow did an exclamation point listen for us, and it has the heccra Bandcamp, and it also has the Spotify link, so that if that is in fact the streaming provider that you use, you can just click that and it'll take you right to the album that we're listening to. I'm going to go to a window where they can see you now. They've been able to hear you.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
They haven't even seen me.
No. And here we go. There's heccra.
This is like a hostage negotiation system. I just feel like I'm, I don't know, hiding my identity and like extorting you guys.
Especially with your background, you look like you're on the run.
Yeah. It's pretty great.
I know the way I am. So.
Yeah, so we got some people in the chat here. I just want to shout out for coming and watching this. I have the chat left over from when Lane was just streaming, so I can't tell who is still here. But we got Sorrowful Yolk, we got Saddest Little Meow Meow, we got Overzealous. That's our friend Austin, who's actually done one of these with me before. Swamp Child, Futuristic Bagel. Hi everybody. A Psychedelic Jotun. Coman, I'm trying. Thanks everybody. High horse. Heccra pronouns. He, him.
Mine are, yeah, he, him, his. Yeah.
He, him, his. Oh, so saddest little meow meow was coming in with that as well. Great, and it was a great question. Thank you, Sorrowful Yolk. Demon Twink here. That's our regular friend of the listen alongs, Demon Twink. Okay, well. Is there anything that you want to get out in the open before we start?
Yeah, like what if like someone smashes the window, I'm just like, oh god, and I just gotta go, and you're like, damn, he was on the run.
I think it would be pretty perfect if we finally get you on this. Yeah, and then
oh yeah, there's the new mask.
Well, this is one I made today, real quick, to try. I was gonna try to wear it, and it just wasn't quite done. It kind of looks like more medieval, more like
it's like a Dark Souls boss or something.
Yeah, that wasn't. I had a different something in my head, and I just couldn't get it done. But you might still see it later down the road. It's supposed to have like big teeth. So.
Oh wow.
You definitely made it sound like it was very uncomfortable, so I don't blame you for not being aware of it.
It was so close. There were pointy things so close to your eyes that it was actually scaring me. I was worried for you.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm really excited to actually like listen to music. I think the songs are like they're so short, unfortunately. I think I have more to say about them than the actual length of the song. So
we can talk before and after.
Yeah. If there's anything we don't get,
everyone's got to like hit play and pause. Like Are they gonna want to do that though?
We'll talk a little bit while we listen, and if there's anything else that comes up, we can talk about it after. We were talking about this like before the stream, because I was like, I think this album's like 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, which is my longest, which is funny. Like that's long for me. I think my whole discography like clocks in like a little over an hour, so it's not good like road trip music. Like maybe get like one or two like mile markers.
I mean, we listened to it on tour.
Yeah. Maybe it's not good for like a short road trip, but it is good for an extremely long road trip when you're like having to go through a bunch of different like music and stuff. Yeah.
It's I love the short song lengths, by the way. Like I think that it really I don't know, it's just these nice little like bursts of like extreme energy. It's like grindcore or something.
It takes influence from it. Yeah. I mean, it's like when I started doing the project, I was listening to like crust punk, you know, and so like blast beats, and like sludge metal, and I mean, I always talk about Ween and the Beach Boys.
Ween, really? I actually
Ween,
I wouldn't have guessed it, but that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I like Ween a lot.
Fuck yeah,
you know,
they're great.
Let's see. Yeah, certain songs. It's not like I'm like a huge, you know, nerd on their discography, but yeah. Yeah, but like that's like when I was doing White Eagle, and then I discovered Algernon Cadwallader like right before I did The Last Weekend of Summer, and that's like it's like an emo album, somehow. And then I did discover the Brave Little Abacus like before Devil Faces. So so like I give them a lot of homage for you know, pioneering fifth wave emo. And I'm kind of
so personally flattered. I see them and you as like the two pioneers of fifth wave emo.
Which is I'm so flattered. Like think of it from my perspective. Like I made some music like about 10 years ago. Like I'm 28 now. I was 18, 19 then.
Yeah.
And you know, I thought I was done. Like I thought I did it, you know, and at that time it was like, okay, I want one other person to listen to this, and then I'll consider it a success. And it became so much more. But then for like things to happen a decade later and to be told that I like helped begin a genre, like fifth wave is my life now. So this is like the time of my life. It's crazy for it to just like explode and proliferate in front of me. So
that's how it seems to work with emo in particular. Like fucking American football was not famous when they were originally active. They were not successful at all, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it sucks.
Yeah.
I wish it could have been like much more appreciated when it first came out, but I'm glad to see so much recognition for your work these days. Like,
I am
and so much
getting
influence.
my roses. It's kind of turned me into like kind of like a little crybaby god, where I'm like, I need to be adored. I need to be adored constantly. Like I need my roses every day, all the time. Like so. And it's I'm kind of like and it's too bad because I feel like sometimes I'm kind of like a frenemy, you know, like where someone else starts blowing up and I'm like, that should be me. So
yeah,
I'm being honest. That's too bad. I wish I weren't like that, but I'm the
same way.
Yeah,
for my music, I'm overly. You've got 300,000 like listeners. I don't know what you're upset about. But
I know, but that's the thing. That's the point. Is like, I shouldn't be, right? Like that shouldn't be a feeling that I have. But then like every time,
Yeah. I don't. It doesn't. I get like I don't want to invalidate that feeling because I know like you can have that at any level. Like I'm you know, I am leaving a PhD program. I couldn't make it happen. I just was too lazy, and you know, that's my own failure. But like I know there are people that have like doctorates from Ivy League schools, and they're still jealous because someone's got more citations. You know, it's always a numbers thing. So
it's some fucking human nature thing or something. It doesn't matter like where you're at. Like there's always somebody that seems to be doing better than you. Like I understand.
So
getting real heavy right away.
Yeah.
You've heard my music, you know, I'm kind of just like open.
It's fitting.
To like having the mask and hiding my identity kind of allows me to be more vulnerable. So, I mean, that's why I did it in the first place. Was I didn't want people judging real heccra name by my feelings, what I was struggling with and stuff. So
Totally. I definitely understand the need to like separate sort of like a persona from like, who you are,
right.
day
Well,
to day
it's
or
funny
whatever.
Too,
yeah.
I didn't have, it's kind of taken on like a kind of specific story. So I sort of like come in and out of existence in Camp Algonquin. I've been the principal ghost haunting it for the last decade. And there's like the orange mask and the sailor suit. I'm not keeping the sailor suit, and like, I like the different masks that I already talked about this one.
Yeah. Do you still have the original?
No, my mom threw it away.
Oh, that fucking sucks.
She really did though. Like it, for a little while, I had my childhood home in like the suburbs of Chicago. And it was hanging on my wall, and she like threw it away because she's like, they don't like shock rock or any of that spooky stuff. So, and it's so funny because it's like, Mom, you threw my cape away,
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So that one though was, and tell me if I'm going on too long,
this is great
for like 20 minutes before. That mask was like, I put like 3 sheets of aluminum foil together and like pressed it onto my face. And then I put like paper mache over it and painted it orange. So some of it was that it was like really, really fragile to begin with.
Sure.
And that's why I was like, okay, I need a plastic one. And then I kind of was like, I need a metal one because I've got, a gazillion tools and stuff. So, I want to I like to keep the orange mask, but I get inspired, from things like the Friday the 13th movies where Jason kind of is like wearing some sort of just like dirty jumpsuit,
Yeah. So, that was exactly what the whole look brought to mind, like slasher killer kind of vibe. It's great.
Right, yeah. And I don't harbor those desires, it's like I don't want to kill anybody. What was I going to say?
Something about the jumpsuit while wearing the mask.
Yeah, I just as kind of more or less like this idea of heccra was handed to me, like, oh, he's at Camp Algonquin, he's a spooky guy, and then I was kind of like trying to flesh it out more, and so I started thinking like, okay, if there really was like some sort of feral teenager, like what do you do? And I was kind of thinking like, well, he probably sleeps underground there. He probably like eats bugs. And so like these are ideas for like a promo, like a video I might do someday. Some dirty kid in like his gym shorts eating bugs and that kind of thing, like might show like what he does in a day. So
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny that you were talking about Nate earlier, our mutual friend apparently, which I did not know. It was like funny when Nate's album came out and even when he released the single and you were on it, I was like, what?
Literally, William put that album on in the van on tour, and that song came on, and I was like, I don't know if I said it out loud or if I just thought, I was like, this kind of gives me like heccra vibes.
And then I looked down at my phone and I was like, oh shit.
But like, yeah, I mean, the chorus is the same chorus from AM.
Yeah.
Also, bless up, corked up, Nate. You put me up. He put me up there. Giving me a single, the only feature on his album. Like, God bless, man. Thank you.
Yeah. And it was amazing. And that whole album is great. It's like really, it kind of like adds, well, the reason I was bringing it up is because Nate has like so much like detail and or like origin story sort of like mythos in the way that he created that album and everything around Denton Weaver and everything. And hearing you talk about your character essentially just now like reminds me so much of that. So it makes sense that the two of you found each other, I guess.
Yeah. I don't actually remember how we met. Sorry, I don't.
That's okay.
We talk on Facebook, and what I really like about Nate too is like just because he's had such success with YouTube, like the way that we like artistically collaborate. It's like we don't say anything positive because it's just understood like that we respect each other, and so it's like we just just say like the critique or whatever. And like that, and I kind of have taken that to like other artists. But sometimes I get insecure because like I am working on a remix with Home Is Where right now.
Cool.
And
oh my God.
And I send stuff to Brandon, and then I just keep asking Brandon, like, do you like it? Are you sure? And Brandon will be like, I trust you 100% in your artistic expression. And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't feel like they would be saying that, you know, like,
oh yeah.
Wouldn't they be saying like, I really like it, you know? So
I mean, yeah. I if there's a couple people in the scene that I would trust with anything fifth wave, it would be you and Home Is Where.
Yeah.
For sure. Like, absolutely.
Well, so Brandon would say that I'm proto fifth wave, and I you know, I guess I am, but I am doing another album. That's right, everybody. I'm doing another album, but
fuck yeah.
and then it's like, okay, I want to get my fifth wave crown. Like, okay, now he's fifth wave. Because like if I do something again, it's like, well, that was still fourth wave or something. Like you're a normie now.
Yeah,
you're
so
just
much
fourth
wave.
Though.
You're fourth wave forever. You'll never be fifth wave.
4.5 wave. Yeah. So, but it's weird because like what I have a lot of songs that are more like, I guess, traditional like songs, like verse, chorus, verse, or whatever. I just unplugged my headphones. Okay. Oh, because people saw me. Is that what you
that and you mentioned a Home Is Where like remix, and also the fact that you were going to be doing another album. Like you're doing a lot of dropping right now.
I don't know if it's all private, but I mean, yeah, I got a lot going on actually. So there's this. I'm also really good friends with Carson Pace from the Callous Dow Boys, and I'm gonna be on the third album they're doing.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah,
oh my God.
It's a little bit kind of like, I mean, like whoring myself out. I kind of need to not just like make 10 singles or 10 features. So, but anyway, the songs I've got are more like traditional, like verse, not so much verse, chorus, verse, because I like despise that. And I could tell a story why, but just I've just matured as a songwriter and stuff, and
totally.
Even though I like most of my music, but there are some things that I would do differently, and we'll hear that. I'll talk about that, but yeah, I love the name.
Which one?
Name. Who are you talking about?
Which one, Austin?
Sorry, overzealous that I love that name.
I'm probably far from the first person to ask this, but where does the name heccra come from?
Yeah, good question. Well, so I was 18 and I was sort of obsessed with, or I mean, interested in and kind of like the World War II, like Russia paranoia, like the Cold War. Just I am a conscientious objector to war. I'm don't want to do anything warfare. I don't condone war. I think I was more interested in just like all the secret stuff they did. So I was on a website, and it had just like what it was the keys. I don't know if you can see the keyboard from there, but it was like it was like the Cyrillic alphabet, and I was just looking at the word Russia and seeing where the letters for Prussia were on the keyboard, the Cyrillic keyboard, and they correspond on the U.S. keyboard to HECCRF. But being 18 and not knowing anything, I got 5 letters deep, and I was like, when Russians are saying Russia, they're saying heccra, and like that doesn't make any sense at all. But yeah, but I just
that's great.
I really liked awesome. I really liked the word. I was like, oh my God, saying it and writing it, and like that summer, like I was at bonfires and I was like drunk, and I was telling my friends like, God named me heccra, like that's what my soul is named, like crap like that. So yeah.
Wait, and you were super young, right? Like how? Just remind me of how old you were when you were finding this name.
18.
18. Yeah.
I was 18 for like 5 years, is what it seems like, because like so much stuff happened.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Earlier when you said your age, it like it aged me because saying that you released that stuff like 10 years ago. And then you were like, yeah, now that I'm like 28 and I'm like sitting here 29 and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, at least we're the same age, basically. Jay, how
Yeah.
old are you?
26.
Okay.
I'm the
Well, that's
youngest
not
in
so
the band.
bad.
Yeah, not terrible. Yeah.
And Brandon McDonald's that old too, I think. Yeah, like I asked
Yeah.
him, and that's refreshing because like I'm also really close friends with like Kit Carson from Guitar Fight from Fooly Cooley, and he's like 19.
Yeah.
And
Wait, how
and
old
I
did
don't
you
want to
say
be
Brandon was? How old is she?
26.
Did I not know that?
That's what they told me. So
I think. Oh yeah, maybe she is. Yeah.
because that's like the same time I was asking you because like I I don't want to be like the geezer in the scene, you know? Like
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it doesn't fucking matter. Like genuinely, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like people are talking about like Will Toledo. Like he's my age too. I don't know his pronouns. I'm just saying he. Sorry, but
He, I think.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I see people talking about like, well, what's he got to be upset about anymore? Like taxes and like yeah, like I live in a comfortable house even though I'm in the basement. You know, and like you have that feeling like okay, things are better now. Like you know, I just get over it? You know, and I feel sorry that like there's like this emptiness inside that's just always lingered with me, and you know, like even though I have a wife and children, so but like that's still there, and I also think like there's more reasons than ever today to be like an anarchist. So I do think that I can still find like I don't know. I guess that's really a barrier. It's like, you know, just whatever that just automatic programming in my head that says like, when you're 28, you can't sing about the same stuff or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
I have to
yeah,
kind of paint a picture of it because I can't really phrase it. But anyway, I mean, we could literally just talk for 2 hours and not even.
Yeah, we could.
So,
I think so.
yeah.
I mean, to what you're saying right now, like I haven't really released a record myself, and I've done some stuff like independently that I'm not happy with because I don't know anything about mixing or mastering or anything. But I haven't like officially released an independent thing, and like I have music that I wrote when I was 17, 18 years old that like I'm still very happy with, but like the thought of it being the first thing that someone hears from me is like, oh, I'm like definitely singing about a teenage relationship that went very south in this like song, and I love the song, but I'm like, I'm gonna be 30 by the time it comes out, and like that's very weird.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing unprecedented in the music industry for what it's worth. Like,
oh yeah, 30-year-old singing about teenagers. That's right. That's not unprecedented.
Yes, literally. I mean, it's not a good thing, but you know, yeah. No, I mean, like the music industry more so than like any other industry is such a like cult of youth. It's really fucking weird.
Yeah, it really is. But I mean, it's kind of sadly true though. Like as some bands get older, like they hit a peak, and they lose. And I feel like for some reason, yeah, it's like when you're young, and I think I was in a neuroscience grad program for like 2.5 years too. And I mean, anyone knows this stuff, that just like your brain's not all the way developed, you know, like you don't have the frontal cortex that stops developing when you're 25. And so like, you just aren't equipped to handle those emotions, and you just feel them so much more, and you know nothing, and it's a confusing time. And you know, your self-worth is so wrapped up in being accepted by other people. Yeah. So that's why it hits so hard. And I mean, I don't know your relationship status. Everyone's doing different things nowadays. Like I got married like a normal geezer, but I mean that changes a lot too. Cause like, okay, you know, now I have a great wife, you know, and so I'm never going to be, we're going to be monogamous. So like, I'm never probably going to have another breakup if I can help it.
Yeah, that would be best case scenario, to never have another breakup.
Yeah. So, hey, I want to hear this song "Roses for Darth Vader."
We can.
Yeah. I do want to mention there are some people that definitely give me hope as far as like getting older in the scene, and like one big one that I can think of is Bartice Strange, who's like early 30s, and like is just popping off like right now. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think on top of the music industry, like in general, being obsessed with youth, I think that especially in the emo scene, like because of the nature of the music and the lyrics and subject matter and everything, it's so fixated on like, you know, teenage years or whatever. But like, I mean, if you need any reassurance or anything, like if you put out music now, like I think people would go fucking apeshit for it. So like,
I hope so, because like God, if I put music out and one person goes, new album's mid, I'm gonna like kill myself. So you know.
All right. Well, we'll stop everyone from we'll erase the word mid from like all social media, all language. No one can say mid anymore.
Old wave. Someone said old wave. God. I don't, but I mean, I do think though that like, just like the whole like thinking about breakups and relationships. Okay, one thing is I feel like, just I guess talking about like the fact that like so many like so many people in bands like end up being like shitty people that have, you know, been in abusive relationships or sexually assaulted, you know, people. And I mean, like, that's almost like a meme or like a trope at this point because it happens so often. And I mean, a little bit like, what do we expect? Like, you know, we're singing about like being lost and being like a fucked up person, you know? Not really sure this is like a point I'm trying to get across. I think I was more talking about just like, it's kind of formulaic, you know? It's like the sort of scope of like subjects that people sing about in emo, and I think this is more so like kind of like traditional like fourth wave emo. It's like just like breakups and self-worth and stuff like that. I feel like there could probably be a little bit more room for something in fifth wave emo without going as far as like singing like basically what outlaw country was about and like telling stories about like train robberies and stuff, you know? So
I think there are a lot of people like pushing the envelope on that and like willing to push the envelope on like what emo can be about. Like I don't think it has to be anything. And I think that like, you know, whatever like feels true to you, like whatever feelings you have to get out or whatever, it doesn't matter if it falls into like the tropes of the genre or whatever. Like I think people are very tired of the tropes of emo, honestly. Like
Yeah, I think Home is Where is a great example of someone who is pushing the boundaries of what people expect lyrically from fifth wave or from not fifth wave but from emo. I love her lyrics so much. Yeah, and I think, I mean, not to gas you up on stream, but especially like what the direction you're going on the second album with those lyrics, it's like opening me up to like, because I know, yeah, I mean, I'm just excited because it is a way of writing music that I myself have shut off, like as a way of thinking we can't possibly do that or that kind of thing, and I'm just excited because there's people like you, and I'm sure with your next album, with the way you're talking about it, heccra, you're also going to be making sure that you are delving a little bit further than, you know, the natural tropes of emo. So I'm excited to hear what you have going on too.
I think,
I've got. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, Jay.
Oh, I was just going to say, I think if there's anything that we can like define fifth wave as broadly, it is just people, it is people saying emo doesn't have to be anything. Like it can be anything, because fourth wave was so much about, I mean, it was emo about emo. It was referencing back to like first and second wave, and people just are ready for something new. And I think that can be like whatever the fuck we want it to be. Like, I think people are ready to hear what heccra has to say today. Like, genuinely, I would be so
I hope
excited
so.
to hear new music from you.
All right, but let's revisit. Like,
Yes.
what have we been on for like 45? We've been on for like 50 minutes. We haven't even played it yet.
What
Okay,
is first wave? Rites of Spring.
Yeah, in the 80s. So.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this. Let's
Yeah.
actually do the listen along. Hey, I'm not stressed about this if you aren't, heccra. I just want you to know that. I enjoy a good 50-minute conversation before getting into a 20-minute album. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah, we can talk as long as you want to. The only we just don't want to keep you longer than you want to be here, but if you want to go off about it, we can.
Did you say you got all night?
I do, because I did this on a night that my wife and kids aren't here. That just, was, my daughter is 3 and my son is 6 months old, so it needs a lot of attention. And then the other thing too is, like, when you're a parent, it's like you miss your girlfriend, the wife, like who you met in college, and so it's like that relationship isn't being watered or whatever when you're parenting so well. Like, so then the kids go to bed and it's kind of like you need to make time for that relationship too. So I got all night, and I think you guys are great conversationalists, so we could talk for hours and hours, and then maybe at some point I'll take everything off and reveal my whole face, and then and people just have to figure out when that was. So.
Okay.
All right.
If you do, someone's just gonna timestamp it or something. Like, yeah. It'll immediately
There's
be on
a face
Twitter.
reveal. So, maybe I shouldn't then, but so there's the White Eagle vinyl that's coming out, and it'll probably be ready right around April is when it's shipping out.
Wow,
so we just called it like the 10th anniversary, and there's a face reveal in the lyric sheet, but it's from when I was like 18.
Oh, when you were 18 and beautiful.
I was so pretty.
All?
God, I was so pretty. Yeah. At least you have hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It fell out. I'm not
I've got some here.
Yeah, Jay's got hair.
I got a little bit.
Well, hey, if it makes you feel any better, the bald look works for you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah. These guys have seen my face.
It's true.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so this audience, people in the chat, and if you're watching this on YouTube, this is the point where we're going to listen to the album. So you have to pull up a streaming provider if you haven't already. Again, we'll be using the Green Music app, but you can use Tidal, Deezer, whatever, all of those, as long as the album is available on there and we're listening to the Devil Faces, etc. And yes, ! Listen in the chat will bring you to Heckra's Bandcamp, and also it has a link to Spotify. That's the album exactly. And no, we don't have an exclusive partnership with Amazon. Neither does Heccra. And yeah, but wherever you can listen to it, you are in charge of syncing it up with us. I'll be doing a countdown, 3, 2, 1, go. That was not it, but that's what it'll sound like. And when I say go, we will all hit play and it'll start. We won't be stopping. It'll go from start to finish. We'll be talking, and then we'll talk some more at the end. So this is your last chance to pull that up. And I suppose, Heccra, are you ready?
I'm ready. I've been like hovering my little cursor over it. I'm so ready to go.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Then this is always very tense. This is a tense moment for everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the moment that someone's going to timestamp. Like, song starts at 1 hour.
Oh.
That's strange. Oh, it's probably going to do it again. Oh, yeah. Yep. I see. I'll try to make sure that I don't do that again. Okay. Here we go. So this is The Devil Faces of My Old Friends Beneath Me by Heccra. The first song is Roses for Darth Vader. All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. How are the levels for you?
You could turn it up if you
A
wanna.
little bit. Cool.
That's good.
So, like, now when are we gonna find time to talk about it? I feel like it just really fills up the attention band.
It is kind of hard to talk over this music.
Yeah, so these lyrics, like, about Darth Vader basically pointing the Death Star laser at your teeth, it's just sort of like, yeah, it's like way overkill, like, wanting to die or whatever, but just like in the most destructive way possible. Like, could you, like, being completely atomized by,
Yeah.
it songs
That's
all over the
fucking
place,
incredible.
honestly. So,
Someone is asking how you turn down the volume in Bandcamp. They don't have one. You can download an extension really quick if you're using Google Chrome. It's free and it'll have like a volume knob for like all like browser windows. That's what I have on my Mac. Yeah, on my Mac. So sorry.
okay, favorite heccra scream ever coming up.
Oh.
Yeah. Is this one?
Fuck yeah.
Now, did you know how to scream while you were doing this, or were you just like ruining your voice?
Turned out I was ruining my voice.
Oh no.
So, and I actually am having to relearn it, like, even still, like, currently. So,
I fucking love the intro on this one, by the way.
yeah.
I mean, I love like every second of this album, but one of my favorite, like, what's that?
I was just, so Kitty Kitty Cat is a reference to, like,
Captain Jazz.
Captain Jazz.
Yeah. I love that song.
And also I was gonna say, like, the arpeggio thing at the beginning, like, I think I kind of started something with like sampling like old N64 like sound banks.
I was gonna ask. That's the Mario 64 sound font, right?
It is,
because
yeah.
I have that sound font, and I was fucking around with it, and I heard that sound, and was like, "That's that fucking heccra."
That's that heccra sound.
Yeah.
Summer 2000 or Summer 2K also uses it a little bit. So, and I'm doing some.
And I noticed
right now.
Yeah, we'll get to it, but there's another track with much more prominent Mario 64 samples.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
And this one, by the way,
summarize.
Yeah. Oh yeah, go for it.
If I had to summarize this song, like, it is basically about, kind of committing a murder or it's not a literal cat. Like, I think Kitty Kitty Cat is more just about like the innocence, but it's like doing this like horrible, like awful thing, and then like just having absolutely no backup plan and just like going down in your basement and like playing video games until like your doom comes. And it's just sort of like about like not being able to cope with stuff as like a kid. I don't know. That's like, my wife tried to ask me like, what's this song about, and it was probably like a 15-minute talk, and I just tried to like distill it to like 15
It's always
seconds.
a hard question to answer, Yeah.
Basically, you just have to talk about it afterward.
Yeah. People think it's just like, oh, this is about this. But it's like, if I could just say it that simply, like, why would I need to write a song?
Right. This song, I mean, so this was originally a poem I wrote when I was supposed to be paying attention in like statics class, and this was a lot better investment, actually. And I mean, this is all actually about, a girl that I was kind of on and off with, and like we just started talking again, and I brought her to Camp Turner, which is right across the river from Camp Algonquin. And I was like sitting behind her on this park bench at night, and we were talking. I just kind of kept going from like one ear to the other ear, and I just thought I was messing around or flirting or whatever, but like ended up making her cry. And I just obviously felt like absolute shit about it. It wasn't like I was being mean or anything. I just think I was kind of like playing devil's advocate, which is maybe mean, but I wasn't like abusing her, I guess. Let's clarify that. Like,
yeah.
So, and then on the walk back, like we like made up. And so, yeah, had a nice embrace.
Damn.
I talk about that. Yeah. That little part of the guitar solo is like a mistake. Like
It sounds fucking
like,
great. I love this solo.
The guitar work on the whole album is fucking amazing.
It is ridiculously good,
thank you
honestly.
so much. Because I'm mostly a guitarist, so
Hell yeah.
I just can't believe you were this good.
What, that young?
That young.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I can believe it. There are people who are very good young, but it's just like you're so good. And it's not just like you're not just shredding, it's very melodic and it suits the songs so well.
Yeah.
I
think
like one of the
Oh,
I was just gonna say like one of the things I am working on is like trying to trust in my sense of melody, you know, like so
the melody honestly is like the glue that holds all of this together. Like I love music that's like 50% chaos, 50% melody, and this like scratches that itch like nothing else. Like
wow.
it's incredible. I have to say also, like, the way that this album is mastered, like, even listening to it as quietly as we are right now, it sounds loud, which is
Yeah.
seriously an achievement.
It's, like,
it's just like blown out master bus, huh?
Yeah, I was fighting the volume more back then, and I stopped doing that. But then, because I thought Spotify, like, kind of equalizes everything. But then I did this special day.
Yeah, I fucking love this
Sorry,
part.
we just got to listen to this. Yeah.
This song is incredible.
Thank you. This part is like, I really like it.
Yeah. And it just, like, the brick walled, like, loudness war shit, like, I don't know, it does it so many favors, honestly. Just, like, it sounds like it's louder than loud. It sounds over the limit. I don't know.
I mean, some of it, like on White Eagle, like I would master something and then I would just clip it another 6 dB. Like,
yeah.
So, but that's so popular now. Like, so
it is
people,
extremely
like,
popular now.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know. I'm worried maybe about where that arms race is going. So,
I don't know. I see it as like, you know, there was a time when like overdriving an amp was like seen as like a mistake, you know? And I think it's just kind of people broadening the palette of like what can be done with music, you know? Like, I think it's really cool that people have taken this sound that used to be seen as like a mistake and made it into something really cool. And this was like one of the first albums where I really heard people do something like somebody do that style of mastering in a way that just worked really well.
I mean, I did it all and didn't really know a whole lot about what I was doing and just kind of, I like it and I like my sound.
It's just intuition. Yeah.
But I think it helped that I've been practicing and like, I think it helped so much that I was just able to go and record and just work on audio and I had all that time. Because then I went to college and I had no time and then I lived in an apartment after that and then grad school and kids. And so it's like, I'm so out of practice and I'm so afraid, like, did I lose it? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, did you? Have you felt good getting back into it?
I don't think so. Well, so it comes back. Well, okay. Like, just go listen to the song I did for Your Health. Like, I think I did a very good job, but it's also too quiet because I stopped fighting the volume war, and then it's so quiet. I'm like, maybe I should have kept fighting that. So I don't really like this part at the end here.
I like it.
It's just sort of like it's just one of those things where after I got quiet like that, I had to come back with something, and so for me, it just feels a little uninspired. Just like, okay, here we just, you know.
I think it's fucking great. I got to disagree with you.
Any lyrics too, though, it's like the lyrics are like, "What keeps me up at night? The guilt like stabbing knives." Like, that's kind of cheesy, and I think we've publicly, like, people have said, okay, with emo, like, we're not going to use the word "sleepless nights" anymore. That one's gone. We're saying like "sleepless nights."
I used that one.
Yeah, but it's like, well, I think you got it before the cutoff. So I really like this song, and no one else likes it. Like,
oh, I love this one. I mean,
Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna keep saying it because I love
Like,
like
we've
every
already.
second of this, but
Thank you so much, Jay. Because like we've already passed, I think like, yeah, like Mint, Fox, and Roses are like on my top 5 songs, and I think I don't know if it's Port Deadwood, but yeah.
the thing
It's
is,
also weird
like,
because like
that's just how it is with like albums on streaming or whatever. Like it's not even that people like listen to an album and get to like track 5 and they're like, I don't like this. I think a lot of the time it's just somebody goes to put on an album and then has to do something else in the middle. That's what it usually is for me.
Yeah,
So that adds
or
up, and then your first couple songs on your album are always the most streamed.
yeah.
I don't know.
I also get a lot of plays for Camp Algonquin, and it's just like because that's the one that's in like a million playlists. So yeah. Yeah, so this
Yeah.
whole song is about like I was like raised Catholic, and but I really liked sinning, because it feels so good. And
Yeah.
so it was at the time, like, I'm not Catholic, I'm not Christian anymore. Like I don't even know there's a God. But like, so like the story's kind of about, well, I guess it's not even like Catholic and the song's already over, but it's just about like fearing like if God's gonna like punish you, because it's like I was being kind of a piece of shit and like stealing and shoplifting and getting like parking tickets and getting pulled over and stuff, and like, but I was things that like that you would have been like, oh, I'm lucky for this, like other things were happening, and I was like, why do I keep getting cosmically rewarded when I'm doing like dog shit stuff? And so I was like, are you just saving up for hell? And then it's about like making out with like the pastor's like daughter and getting drunk on church wine. And then the lyrics like disappoint me with your mercy is kind of like, I don't know, it's just like I just couldn't gel with God at that time. So or Jesus, like Jesus kind of makes me uncomfortable,
Yeah.
I
Hey, I
don't know
can't blame you
I don't
being
know
raised
if you guys
Catholic.
feel
Like,
that way. Yeah.
I mean, I was raised Protestant, and I've been to Catholic mass like once or twice, and it scared the shit out of
Yeah.
me. Like,
Yeah, it's kind of weird,
freaky.
Yeah. So
We
I
could talk
what's weird
for
though,
like
okay, so
2
like,
hours about religion. We could,
Yeah.
Say what you were gonna say. So.
I will say one interesting thing though is like, while I could never really get into Jesus, I could totally get into Mary, and like I still like to think that like God is a woman, or like there's like a mother God. So yeah, so I had no problems
Yeah.
with her. I'd pray to her. I do all the things you're not supposed to do, like, so like, because like she's not supposed to be like worshipped or whatever, but
Yeah. Well, it's because of Mary and like stuff that Protestants think that Catholics are not real Christians, because you pray too much to Mary, and then we go like, you're only supposed to pray to God.
yeah. In Iowa, I've got. I mean, like before the pandemic, I think I was even still trying with like religion a little, and what it wasn't really that so much as like I have problems with like addiction and OCD. Like I got diagnosed with OCD a long time ago, and it like almost fucking ruined my life. And so I tried going to like this like recovery group, and it was like a Christian recovery group. And God, I tried to fit in, and I don't know, it's such a fucking sorry scene. I just feel like it's a lot of people in denial. It's like they've just traded cheating on their wives or alcohol for like God and Jesus, and that's how I feel, at least.
Yeah.
I mean, all
Anyway.
the like AA and stuff, they put an emphasis on like looking for a higher power.
Yeah.
Because it's like something to, be invested in that is aside from yourself. So yeah, I can see how that could become like your new addiction.
Yeah.
Almost.
Something else to control you.
Yeah.
Everyone in the chat is saying that, yeah, the GarageBand one is different than the Spotify one. Like they're not all the same.
Oh, the
And even
Bandcamp,
on
you
the
mean?
vinyl,
Oh,
yeah,
the Bandcamp one.
Bandcamp and the Spotify are a bit different. So everyone's like, what the fuck? Sorry.
Oh.
And okay, even on the backside of the vinyl is Double Faces, and we just like missed it. Like right at the very end of Port Dead, where there's just like that really distorted part, and I
Yeah.
actually took that out and replaced it with like a fart sound on the vinyl, because that's so everyone's expecting it and just
That's really
that's
funny.
not some. Because that's not something I regret doing that. Like, that's not something I would do today. Like, it's so fucking loud, and I don't know. It's just like,
Oh,
not
just like an
creative.
audio jump scare. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
we got Yoshi now.
Oh yeah, the Yoshi and the Mario, and I think there's like a thwomp on there or something.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
did we just go through that? Yeah, we're not even
Yeah.
gonna like get to talk about the songs.
We can. We'll go.
Yeah, we'll talk
Yeah.
about it after.
Let's go song by song after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Sure.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys got
Fucking the samples on the like Mario sound effects and stuff there inspired me to do the same on the fucking Cassiopeia album. I don't know if you can even hear
Yeah.
it in the mix on that though, but there's parts where I like reinforced a snare with like Mario sound effects and shit. It's
Wow.
really funny. Yeah.
yeah, like that was something I was getting more into. And there's like a song on my SoundCloud called Treetop, and there's a lot of like Super Smash Bros. 64 things in there. And so
I love
that
it.
was, yeah.
With how much like the music deals with like nostalgia and everything, and I love just like the sort of like tone clash with like how like aggressive and like just violent everything else is, and then just Mario, you know.
Yeah. Well, I like
I love the duality of it.
One of the things I actually like really like though is when there's like guitars and the drums, and then like a steel drum. Like I like kind of like those colorful things, you know, on top. And so like
absolutely. I mean,
I try doing that a lot. Yeah.
Totally. I get tired of just guitar bass drums all the time. Like
Right.
I'm always looking for like new sounds to throw onto things. And I that's something that I appreciated about your music. And you mentioned the Brave Little Abacus also. Like
they were like I don't know, like way ahead of their time. And I've actually never talked to them. But I was saying to like Carson Pace, like I don't know if I would want to listen to them again though, just because of like how whiny that guy's voice is. Like
I love it personally.
Probably a really bad take. No, I know, because I loved all their music, but then just sometimes like you just get like you know, like my impression. Like I'm just not sure I could get behind it. So I don't know.
That's
you know,
so
like
funny.
yeah. And there's a lot of piano in it, you know.
Yeah.
So
have you heard Me and Caprice?
I've heard of them. I guess one thing you're gonna find is like I'm basically criminally like under familiar. Like I've like basically seen no movies, listened to like no other music. So
that's fine. I just bring it up because that's fucking Adam from the Brave Little Abacus's new band. It's definitely very different. Like it's there's some sort of like emo sound to it, but it's very like Tom Petty inspired. I know that's a big influence for him.
He loves Tom Petty. Yeah.
And I think that his voice on that is like amazing. Like it has like he sings with a lot of the same tone, but I feel like he's like really learned to use it really well, and I think it sounds great.
Yeah. Is he still doing music then, or?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that band, I don't know if they've put out anything that recently. That was at least like 5 years ago that their last album came out. So I don't know.
Because like there's
I barely
like,
talked to him. But...
but like it also makes me think of like oh yeah, damn, we're all like albums almost done.
Yeah.
Kind of also makes me think of like
Bear.
Is it Jack Senf from like Will and Bonnie?
Oh, I don't know.
You don't know Jack Senf?
I don't.
Or is it Jeff Senf? Really? Okay. Well, then it's okay. Because like
people don't know things sometimes. You're just saying this.
Yeah. But like he was in that band William Bonney, and like he was like a big in the emo, like fourth wave emo scene. And I like sent him a friend request one time, and he didn't accept it. And I got like so upset. I was
William
like,
Bonney, Midwest Pen Pals. Okay, I've heard of Merchant
Yeah.
Ships. Okay, yeah.
He's a pretty important figure, like right around like 2008. And like I hate that he like never accepted my friend request. And so like I literally like thought about doing songs like Jack Semp, like accept my friend request. Like now I don't care. Like, but,
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, that was definitely before I was like keeping up with like the emo scene at all, really.
Yeah, I've heard of William
he
Bonney,
would have
but I
been
haven't.
14. Well, I mean, William Bonney's got this killer track. I guess we could listen to that called look it up real quick. That's what the song is called. Let me look it up real quick.
When we got to the end of the album, Spotify started
White Eagle?
Yeah, with the one with the titty on it.
Yeah.
And someone in the chat was like, "Good thing it had the censored version."
Yeah. So okay, the song is called "Good Vibes." Everyone's probably heard it. Yeah. Also about that. So for the longest time, I held out on putting it on Spotify because I didn't want to be a sellout, and I didn't want to change my artistic expression or my artistic vision. And so putting like the anti-theft bar on it and shrink wrapping it, these are all things I did. Like I went and like bought a custom LP, like had it printed, and like went and found one of those things. And I went through different kinds of shrink wrap, right? Like there was one kind that I didn't like, so I went and got a different kind and scanned out a bunch of different things. And so it's like, it is an image that passes the censors, but doesn't, it doesn't, it's still my artistic vision. So didn't compromise, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good way of doing it too.
It's like what is it, that one like Hotelier album that's like just completely blurred out on Spotify?
Yeah.
Yes. it's just like a bunch of like naked old people on the cover, and the fucking on Spotify it's just a blur. Like there's nothing.
Yeah.
Or like fucking Death Grips. No, yeah, somebody in chat said No Love Deep Web, yeah.
Yeah, and they blurred that one too, but like, what is it, like Foxy? No, I'm thinking of the wrong thing.
Did you say Boxy?
No, Foxy. Well, it's like Boxy from 4chan. I'm like 4chan OG. I got real messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Boxy.
Of course I know, yeah. Not Foxy Shazam, although they got a really good song too.
Are you talking about Foxing?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
What is this band?
What are you talking
maybe
about?
It's Roxy Music. Maybe I'm.
Oh, Roxy Music.
Yeah, don't they have an album with like a tit on it?
I wouldn't be surprised.
It was something like Brian. Oh, I think this thing is called
Brian Eno. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not all that familiar with fucking Roxy Music, but I love Brian Eno like as a producer and like all the shitty work done after that.
It's Country Life by Roxy Music has like 2 naked girls on the cover, and it's on Spotify.
Damn.
And yeah.
Wow.
And I think Brian Eno, it was either Brian Eno or David Byrne was in there. So like
it was Brian Eno, yeah.
Yeah, when I worked at Port Edwards restaurant, which is, that's what Port Edwards is, like the people that like were in there that like I talked to at the bar were from that generation that just loved new wave. And so like I got way into new wave because of them. And so I've got a lot of new wave knowledge. But yeah.
Fuck yeah. I love new wave. I love
it's so good.
I said Brian, I love the albums he did with Talking Heads. I love the albums he did with David Bowie. Like,
yeah,
fucking.
You know what I also love though? Boingo Boingo. Like the goofy side. Yeah, you can see why I go Boingo Boingo. Yeah, but mostly just the Dead Man's Party album. So, but yeah,
hell yeah, fuck yeah.
So, what do you guys want to do?
Well, I mean, if you want to go back through the track list and talk about some stuff that you didn't get to talk about,
Yeah.
if you got some water, you can drink it because somebody in the chat redeemed a
I
drink
should
some
do
water
that. Yeah.
token.
Brought to you by LaCroix.
Wow. Okay. So you like having chemicals inside of you for the rest of your life, huh? No,
I haven't heard
Drink
of this.
LaCroix.
I do. I drink LaCroix. I drink LaCroix.
I'm like, Dax and I are like the only people in this house who don't.
Yeah. I drink it when it's I mostly drink chocolate milk though.
What chemicals are you talking about though? Like what's in it?
There's like a forever lasting chemical that's inside of like all of those like bubbly beverages.
It's called H2O.
Yeah, it's called H2O and it stays with you forever. No.
Are you sure? Like this sounds like some schizo shit. Like this is like some Fox News stuff.
It's a thing. It's a thing. It's one of those things where like you know how people are like don't have that. It's got lead inside or metal or whatever, and it's like trace amounts that are like so small that it like
Yeah, it's like that's why I drink it.
Yeah. I think it is aspartame or whatever. Yeah, it's all right.
That's the shit that's in Diet Coke. I don't know they had it.
Okay, aspartame is like legit. It's definitely like contributed to Alzheimer's or just like cognitive decline. And I know that carbonated water and naturally essenced. I don't know what the naturally essenced part is, but
yeah, I don't know what that means either.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go back to your album.
I mean, is there anything
and we
you
talk
guys
about
really want?
Religion too, if you want to talk.
Not so much, no. 'Cause but I will say like the power of just like socialist memes is like it's insane power. Like you just see like I used to not be like as like far left as I am now, and that's just because of like I was
4chan?
raised by my dad and my mom.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I want to like talk about what 4chan did to me. So
yeah, no, we don't have to get into that.
yeah, I guess it's far to say like I was like really considering being a mass shooter at one point. Like it got pretty dark, and then I had a nervous breakdown and started going to counseling in 6-7 years. So great, I said that's out there. No, I don't think you'd expect less from heccra. So.
I mean, one thing I really appreciate in music is this sort of idea of like catharsis, and I think that with like the persona of heccra and everything and your music, it to me feels like such a like catharsis of just all of this negativity and like hate and just it just a release of it, so like you, the person outside of this, can be a healthy person, just kind of exercise all of that, I
mean, I do kind of wish, I mean, that's it sucks, but everyone knows like, oh, like negative emotions are just such good like fodder for good music. It's too bad because like there's been times where I've like been like, okay, I'm gonna get off my meds to like start writing, and then like that was like one of the worst weeks of my life. Like,
it's a really toxic. It's a really fucking toxic mindset that I have really come to like hate. Like the idea that like, oh, you need pain in your life to be able to make great art or whatever. Like personally, like when I'm at my lowest, I can't fucking make anything.
Right. I guess there wasn't. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh no, I mean I've I've said what I need to say about it, I guess.
Oh, sorry, like the audio cut out, so I was like,
no, you're good. You're good.
Super bad. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I guess heccra has always been this sink for like negativity and like just negativity, and a lot of it's been, the struggle with like, like I'm still figuring out like who I am. It's not like I've got that all figured out yet, and it's crazy how like you grow up and then there's just so much like parental programming you got to undo, and like some of it just got undone like this last fall. I remember
like I felt like my whole life was just unraveling. I was like, I have no idea who the hell I am anymore. Like this was like, and I was like, I don't know what I value. And it just felt like all the principles were like these tiles kind of like laid out in front of you, like, your morals. And I was just like, I'm not in any rush to choose any new ones. Like, I don't know. Had like my whole identity was like evaporated. So that was a cool time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I guess like I felt like my whole life before that was just like, society and people like making these like these boxes, and you had to fit inside these boxes,
Yes.
and like I think for like I don't want to get into like the religion because it's just kind of like a mute point, but like Christianity was one of those boxes, like I just couldn't fit in it. So yeah.
I had probably a very similar, like, just in essence, because like I held on to my Christianity all the way through college, and
Yeah.
then it was like
I
right
did
at
too,
the end. Yeah. I mean,
Oh my God.
if you don't mind, like, just the story of it was that my mom and my sister, my oldest sister, who had a kid, my nephew who was like 3 at the time or something, was like talking a little bit, not really aware of the world kind of thing still. And they took me to a diner just to like eat, and the food arrived, and I was about to like chow down, and
Yeah.
my mom was just like, all right, what do we say? And then like all of them clasped hands, and I watched my nephew like recite, like, come Lord Jesus, be our guest, and let these gifts to us be blessed, amen.
Oh my
And
God. Yeah.
like, and that it just blew everything up in my face, like in that one. And I was like, ugh, I fought so hard to stay Christian through college, like, and nobody in my friend group was Christian, but I'd always be like, and I wasn't like talking about it all the time, but I was like, Christian, my faith is important to me, and yada yada yada. And then it was like so funny that in that one moment I like couldn't help but like look at my nephew and go, oh my God, I never had a choice. Like that's me. That's me.
Yeah,
This is so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was the same way. Like yeah, I guess my parents weren't like that though. Like they were kind of like lazy Catholics, and like we still got like my son baptized even, but like that was not long ago, and the whole time I was just going through the motions. Like I didn't like just it's so hard to just say like yes, yeah, I believe in God and I reject the sweet ass devil and all of his sweet ass works, and like so because I mean like I had to plug my laptop in and just bring you around this unfinished basement of mine.
It's all good.
Yeah, I don't like believe in like a literal Satan, but like some of the like stuff from like I have a friend who's like a Satanist, has like wrote in a book, and it's like, hey, it's pretty good, some good stuff in there, but yeah. Okay. When I was in college, I had a friend group that was like, well, I joined a fraternity just to like when I was a junior, and tried that out, and that was such a fucking stupid idea. Like talk about like just like a waste of 2 years. Like I don't talk to any of those guys. There'd be nights I'd come home drunk and I'd be like, what, like talking to my roommate, like, what am I doing here? Like I don't fit in. I'm not friends with any of these guys, And then like the roommate I had, it's like there's just like young guys that like they're like evangelical free Christians, and like they join fraternities basically as like a way to try to like evangelize, And so this guy Rob was my roommate, and like they were just trying so hard to like make me Christian, and like we'd go to like the like the things that they were doing on campus, and like do you know like contemporary Christian rock music? It's like the corniest thing ever.
Yes, extremely familiar.
And so it's like I would be in this room. I remember one of the most isolating moments I ever had was like being in this lecture hall just full of like white kids standing up with their arms in the air, and I was just like sitting down, just like I could not connect like religiously doing that.
No.
Like that's not me. And so
yeah,
it was just like I was just like, this is so fuck, I hate this. And yeah. So anyway, so it's like actually it's funny by him trying to like keep forcing Christiana. I mean, he actually did like probably the biggest irreparable damage. And
Yeah.
like I remember senior year, he was like, you know, like I'm not gonna. Oh fuck! I said my name. Shit. Anyway, and I haven't been drinking or anything, but anyway, he was
That's
just
okay.
like, I'm not gonna.
I can remove it for the YouTube video.
Okay, great. Yeah. I bet
Yeah.
everyone's
Yeah, we'll
probably
bleep
like,
it out.
Figure it.
Nobody
we know who
nobody
he
put
is.
that anywhere. Please.
Okay, good. Because people just want to hear me go on. Yeah. But he was like, he's like, I'm not gonna let you and you know your girlfriend like have sex. Like I'm not gonna leave the room. He's like, because I don't think that's really what you want. And it was just like, who the fuck do you think you are? You know?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, that's such a wild thing to say to someone. Like you're just being polite. You're like, hey, can I have the room later? It's, you know, just like a cool thing to do. And it's like, actually, you know what? I did have plans for tonight and I wasn't going to be here. But I think you need me here. I think for your own good.
Yeah. That's fucked up.
Yeah. That's wild. That's
pretty
amazing in a bad way.
Yeah, but and like also like sex is I think a very, very important part of a relationship. And like yeah, I feel like, and I know people because I'm in Iowa and my wife grew up on a farm and, you know, is friends with people that like waited until marriage to have sex and like they're having a horrible time right now.
Yeah.
And I'm having like probably the best sex of my life after watching that like sex, love and goop thing on Netflix.
Oh.
And I was like, oh my God, sex can just be fun. It's supposed to be fun, you know, like so. And I would say, yeah, like sex, dude, it's just supposed to be fun. Like, chill out. You know, it's supposed to be fun. So we're just goofing around.
It's just jokes, man.
It's just jokes.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah. So roses for Darth Vader. Want to talk about it?
Oh yeah, I saw someone saying that like, and I was almost like, did I start a story about it and like trail off? Because I've done.
You are totally fine. This is great fucking conversation.
Yeah.
Like
I almost wish we didn't have to stay on a topic. Like I almost wish you weren't here to.
Let's start a podcast.
Do you want me to? I mean, hey, let's like. How about I fly out to LA sometime? We just hang out. You know.
Yeah.
Literally, that would be fucking awesome. And
Yeah.
we have a couch that pulls out. So.
And I have a mattress topper for it.
Yeah.
So it's
or if
comfy.
you guys want to come to Iowa, I could show you the cows. I could show you like the wasteland.
I wonder if we'll pass through there on tour
At any point. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on if we tour again, but yeah.
Honest, nobody plays in Des Moines. Although I might be moving to Kansas City soon because like I've been getting like I have job offers from like Honeywell and stuff, and so because I'm a hot stud with a master's degree and all that. But shout out to Iowa. Yeah, no, I'd love to come out to LA again. And yeah, do you guys drink at all?
Yeah,
I don't.
William doesn't.
I'm a teetotaler.
That's fine. I just I like drinking. So
yeah.
I can be around it. That doesn't bother me. I'm not I have no trauma or baggage, so I would have a lovely time watching you all get drunk.
Do you do other things? Other drugs?
No, I'm completely I'm, as the kids say, straight edge, you know.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's fine. Yeah.
I don't do anything.
I partake in it's California. I smoke weed.
Yeah, it's fine for us.
Smoke weed every day. Yeah. Fuck it.
Yeah, I would love to have like one positive experience with weed.
Yeah.
Like I've done edibles twice, and like each time it's like the universe is having some sort of intervention with me. Like
it can be fucked up.
Yeah, I'd like to maybe just like smoke it and then like have a nice time. But I just think it's like the OCD and the panic.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, it's way worse being in a state where it's illegal. Like when I would smoke weed back in Texas, like we'd go to like Whataburger or whatever, and it'd be like, oh fuck, they know that we smoke weed, and they're going to call
Oh my
the cops
God.
on us right now. Like, just 100% certain they are going to call the cops on us. And you know what? I have a friend who got arrested for smoking weed there. So it's not an unsubstantiated fear, I guess. But here
That
it's
would
like,
mess me
whatever.
up so
Smoke.
bad.
You could smoke weed in front of cops here.
Okay, so like I went to Boston with some friends, and like one of my friends had experienced like doing edibles and like smoking, and so we went and we were in Boston, so like weed is legal there. We went and we bought like a thing of edibles, and he was like, yeah, 20 milligrams probably be a good dose, and like that ends up being like an advanced user's dose. And so like I got like so fucking stoned that like time was slowing down, and I was like, I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm getting near the end of my life, so each moment seems longer because it's like dilating. And like call my wife, like, I think I'm dying, and I could see like the title, like the news headlines, like Midwestern asshat, first loser to die from like edible marijuana. Like, yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So that was
Yeah.
like one of the best, actually, like most fun, best thing like ever happened in my life. It was just sort of like going over a waterfall on a rowboat, and we were just so fucking stoned, and like we're just stuck in Boston walking around, and I like didn't want to be around anybody. And then we got to a point where like everything is like slow and moving frame by frame, and I'm just walking around like the stupidest laugh on my face. And then you get to a point where you're like, how do I know if I have to poop or pee or not? Like, did I poop my pants? Like, if I piss myself? Like, that whole part. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. So, yeah, no, I'd love to come out and do some drugs. And chat, yeah.
It's so funny to hear you say, like, oh, I wish I had a good experience with weed, and then retell that story with such glee.
Oh, and it was, like, so fun, yeah. But,
It's
I mean,
like...
it's tough, because... yeah, because then the second time I did edibles, it was like with my wife, and that was like a really bad trip. And that was just like, I need to confess all these like little bad things I've done in my life to you, or like all this shit. And like she did not have fun at all. Yeah, but it's just like once that bad vibe comes in, it's like, gotta deal with it. So someone needs to smoke me up. Yeah. Okay, I guess we could talk about.
Sure. Let's go back through the album. We can go track by track, and if there's anything you feel like you didn't get to say, we'll hear that out, and then
let me pull up the Bandcamp and look at the lyrics, because
sure.
Yeah.
I have been seeing the chat the whole time, everyone, just so you know. Dax was in here for a moment. Dax was the one who shouted out Iowa.
Consider trying again,
Dax?
but take it easy with the
Oh yeah,
talks.
Dax is I don't know how forthcoming are you with all of that information. I'll let you say whatever you want.
My fiance.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Boyfriend and fiance. Yeah.
Congratulations.
I'm very very stoked about that.
Nice. Yeah.
To say the least.
They're just
I am so stoked. I mean, it's great. Yeah.
No, I mean, I hadn't said that publicly, like about the I don't know.
Yeah.
To our fans or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I don't like. I'm sure you.
So.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. I'm sure you relate. I don't like people to know too much about my personal life. Like, I like to try to keep a distance. But yeah.
Yeah, other than like my face and like where I live and all that, you can see I'm like very open.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's see.
Yeah, and to your point earlier, I do think it is like it's almost like it is beneficial that you have sort of like kept your identity at least as much of a secret as you can, like with the internet and stuff these days. Just like I think it helps with being a little bit more open about things that you've gone through or ways that you felt or like that kind of thing. Yeah. Not just in music, but I mean in general.
Yeah.
I mean, it blows my mind. I guess that's a stupid phrase, but like that people have emailed me or told me that my music helped them somehow. It's always confusing. It's like, how did it do that? It's not therapy. And someone once told me it's like it gets you in like the state of mind to actually force you to like think about that stuff. And I'm like, that doesn't sound relaxing at all. Like, you know,
It's catharsis. I mean that's
yeah,
what I was saying earlier. It's like maybe it's like you have all of these feelings bottled up or whatever, and I think your music is so good at just being a release of it and just like confronting like the negativity inside and all of that, and like you kind of have to like pull that out into the open to be able to do anything about it, really, I think your
mean,
music is great for that.
it makes sense because like that's what it was for me. Like recording was it was one of those things where like I'd have all those all those feelings in my chest, and then I'd make the song, and then for a while that hole would be filled. It was like, okay,
Yeah.
I can exist comfortably now. Um, so maybe that's why, because it was the same thing for me. I always called it like sonic diary, like sonic
Yeah.
journaling.
Oh yeah.
So, and that's what a lot of my songs are, just basically like, what was I going through at that time? So like Camp Algonquin is kind of a mess because it's like about a bunch of different things, but like legit, I was at Camp Algonquin and we were like hanging out. Me and like two of my friends were hanging out in this cabin, and I got a phone call, and I have like I pick up this baseball bat because this place is like full of like recreational toys and stuff, and I'm like
Mm-hmm.
breaking light bulbs and like breaking little window panels, and like on the fourth thing, like the back door just flew open, like big gust of wind came in. It was not a windy day. It was one of those things where it just really seemed like something was saying, stop fucking my cabin up. Because like kids have died there, like kids like drowned in the river there, and that or just like a front came through at just the right time. So, or when I broke the windows, there was a pressure differential between the front. Yeah. So, but then I talk about too, just like, my parents telling me things like Chicago's dangerous, like you can't go there, and then going there with my girlfriend, and like Chicago's fucking great, like I love Chicago. And then
my parents said the same about LA. And they said the same about Dallas when I lived there too. It's just like,
yeah. But then I go from that to like thinking about how like I am paranoid my girlfriend's gonna like break up with me, just like the vulnerability of like being in a relationship and being so invested, and like it's all over the place. But it's basically like, yeah, that week that's what I was going through. Like, so all right, damn, I don't know. Okay, Roses for Darth Vader is about mostly like a bike ride I took to Trout Valley, and this is when I got back from college, and I was just reflecting on a group of friends I had when I was 16. I got a new girlfriend named Haley, who I will be singing about on my next album.
Wow, okay.
And like my friend group changed completely, and so, like I was hanging out with kids, all their parents were divorced. Like my parents weren't. I was the only one whose parents weren't divorced, and they were unsupervised, and they would, the guys would skate, and and they all would smoke and drink and stuff, and like I wasn't that kid before, and I just started hanging out with them, and doing all that. But what ultimately happened was like me and Haley broke up, and then that whole friend group kind of like expelled me, which was tough because then I had no friends. And so just riding back there, and it was like reflecting on that. And of course I could smell the river. That's like the first line. But yeah, like the hiding in bushes thing is because like there was a time that we went, when we had a campfire, and like the rent-a-cop pulled up and asked if we had a permit for it, and like we were all drunk or whatever and trying not to give it away, and like booked it kind of thing, and like we're hiding in bushes, and yeah. So then it kind of starts talking about like Darth Vader like blowing your face off with like the Death Star, and I can't really remember so much about that, just other than maybe it's just the idea about like like it wasn't uncommon for me to like think about killing myself and stuff at that time. But I think it's just like the concept of like, what is the biggest like overkillest way that you could inflict damage on yourself, and it's the whole like fly after a bazooka thing or vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I don't know the rest of it, like wishes in a fishbowl, like the scooping hands of filth and sin. I'm not really I don't know. I definitely had a shitload of cuts in my mouth all the time. Like I still do. I guess I just like bite myself when I sleep. I don't know, talking about like the mask hanging or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that was like, I don't know. I always had like that obsession with like trying to like wanting to have like a girlfriend or something. I could crawl up on their roof and like on their window,
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know. I guess I was just kind of a creep. Should we keep doing this? Is this fun for everyone? Let me check the.
I know. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, maybe a little creep, but also maybe just very, in need of some care and like.
I wanted to be loved. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not like my parents didn't do that. I just think I needed a lot of love.
And different kinds.
Yeah, and I don't know if it was like the middle child thing or I just have a very, very big love tank. So yeah, and that's why there's this pain. It's like it's like somewhere in here, and it's just like this emptiness, this aching, and it just doesn't go away. So the big bummer. I don't know. Do you guys have that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think all of my pain is in my head. Mine is less of a like, oh, I need all of this, like I need love or something, and moreover I just can't get over the fact that I think I'm like incapable of having like a genuine moment in my entire life.
What do you mean?
Like every single feeling or emotion or interaction I have is all like performance.
Oh,
So I don't even have room to think of like, I need love or whatever, because I'm just like, even if I got it, I'd just be faking. Like that's kind of that's the brain stuff I got going on.
That's so interesting.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know a little bit about what it's like to always play a character, because like with my in-laws, I'm an entertainer, obviously, and like
Hello? You froze.
Heccra is gone.
You lost your network connection.
Oh no, did we lose?
Did we go off? Are we still alive? Did we lose internet? OBS Studio disconnected.
Oh, we're gone.
Oh no.
We're gone.
We'll get it fixed. It's fine. Oh my god.
And
Oh. I know.
I think. Wait.
Did you catch any of
Heccra,
that?
we were. No.
We totally just lost our internet for a bit. I think the stream might have gone down. Hold on. Let's see.
Let me see if I.
Yeah, we gotta make sure we're back up first.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
They're back. Oh,
They're back?
Cut
Okay.
off when I'm an entertainer. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I paid the fucking bill, I promise. We're good.
Yeah, I mean, okay, like I would say like I'm like just an entertainer just naturally, like, and I think that's why like I do the music and stuff, and like my best friend, he did Second City in Chicago, and we can hear but not see.
Interesting.
Can't see us?
Can hear.
Chillwave.
It's okay for everyone else. Oh,
Is
okay,
that
cool.
Chillwave Rob?
Chillwave, open your eyes.
It is. I'm pretty sure. Chillwave has been here before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know what's
Chillwave,
funny
open your
is
eyes.
Chillwave doesn't know that I know what he looks like. So
But
Oh, it's Chillwave
Chillwave
Alex, not
Alex.
Chillwave Rob.
Okay.
Wait a minute. No, okay.
Not
I was thinking
important.
of the wrong person.
Let's talk about me.
Okay. Yes, let's do it.
Well, I guess I was just saying I could just relate because like with my in-laws, like they're from Iowa, you know, and they trade cattle and whatnot, like, and I'm from like a suburb of Chicago. And so it's like the expectation was I was just like this dumb city boy, and I really played into it. I just felt like I had to play that character. And then, you know, that they don't know who I am. Like I've been in this family I've been with Allie for like 8 years. And you know, it's like they don't even know me. And yeah, so I get it. So I get and that'll be an interesting thing for you to figure out. One, if you're even playing a character, but also like if you're not, then why do you keep feeling like you're not being genuine?
Yeah. And for you, was it like for playing that role for your partner's parents, did you feel like that would endear you to them, or like so that they could be like, oh, we know how it is out here and we can educate you or something? Or
I couldn't help it. Like that's the thing is I guess like what I'm talking about is like I couldn't help it. Like I just had to do it. And even though it like wasn't good, for me, it's like I didn't feel like it just happened automatically, you know.
Mhm.
And that's one example, but it was like for everybody. You know, it was like for every different set of people, whatever like I kind of sensed was like what was their expectation of me. I just like had to play that character. So yeah.
damn.
So
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah. Do you want to move on to the next song?
Yeah, that grows behind the dumpster. I talked about a little bit,
Mhm.
And it's weird that I like for how much I sing about like you know killing and murder. I guess other than like I mentioned earlier, the one time that I was so upset and was suicidal, and I just felt like I had my back against the wall, and I was like, okay, if I have to go, I'm taking some people with me. Other than that, I really have never had murderous urges. So I don't exactly know. I guess it's the cathartic thing.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I remember I was just like I was working with like a friend's dad, and we were literally like I don't know how to describe it, but there are factories full of big machines that like bend sheet metal, and we were there just
Mhm.
installing some stuff on it. And the line about like okay, like the idea of like you know falling and like all the leaves and fruit come off a branch, and like you know all the juice squeezing out, and then like dirt sticking to it. The idea that like oh, that's a new like ground, and then like a seed could grow out of that. And I was like, damn, that's good. Like it almost came to my head exactly like that. I don't know if it was good. I just like I liked it. I don't
I think it's
Yeah.
really
good.
know. I don't really know what it is. Uh, I mean, if I didn't like the lyrics, I wouldn't publish them. I guess I don't, and I don't really know
Yeah.
what quality it is. I feel like there's a kind of
There's
honesty.
Yeah. I think that there's a real factor like just with lyrics in general where they always look worse just as text, but like it's
Oh
almost
yeah,
like the context of a song can like sell them. Like something that feels kind of like cliche or whatever in text like can be given legitimacy through music, you know?
yeah, yeah. I hate just like reading them. You know,
Yeah. Yeah, no,
like
me
just reading
too.
it out loud. Yeah,
I mean not your lyrics but my own. Like
Yeah.
like just it's not
like
natural. It's like I really should be singing them, but
yeah, I mean that's what lyrics are
yeah.
for. Yeah, like if they were meant to be read, they would be poetry. You know,
Yeah, that's like literally a Sondheim quote.
is
Like,
it?
well, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying you're like ripping off Sondheim. I'm just saying that's like a
That's like
common.
literally something. Is
Yeah,
cool.
it's such a
Yeah.
common thing between musicians
Well,
that like Sondheim also felt that way
Yeah, I
about
fuck
lyrics.
with them.
Yeah.
I think so. Like the song Fox, which is next, actually started as a poem. And I think like one of the benefits of just like screaming is that you know no one knows what you're saying unless you listen to like a lot of screamo. And so like you can get away with doing kind of a poem because like
Vox is one of those
Yeah.
songs like there's really no rhyming. There's no chorus. You know, I guess like I'm not sure how many things I've done like that where it's just like shoom, straight through.
Mm-hmm.
So and
I
I
think your
talked about
songs. I
Go ahead.
think your songs often have this kind of through composed structure to them. Like I mean,
Yeah.
you were talking earlier about not liking like verse chorus structure. Like,
I can tell you why that is.
and I feel that. Huh?
Please.
Oh yeah.
You said you had a
please.
story for it. I would love to hear it.
Yeah. So I worked at Port Edwards Nautical Seafood Restaurant, and I was in the bar. And I mean, you could probably guess how frustrating it is to make, you know, like $5.25 an hour and be on your feet all day and shit. And I would work
Yeah.
like mostly I would work from like 4:30 to like whenever close was, and that would be like 11, 12, and on Saturday nights, you know, it was like all boomers there, like the average age of like our probably like 40 to 60. And so this cover
Mhm.
band would come in. It's the same band like every fucking Saturday, Friday and Saturday. And they would just play covers of stuff from the 70s, you know, like Here Comes the Sun and Brown Eyed Girl and songs like that. And
Yeah.
just like hearing them like just repeat and repeat and repeat. I remember saying to myself, I am never going to fucking repeat myself. Because it was just like the combination of
Yeah.
like the stress of the job and like wanting to, you know, go home and just being in a place like just music blasting. And yeah, that's what made me hate like repeating.
Yeah.
So, or at least I don't want to do
it.
it like more than twice. Like I think twice is the most. I know that I've done. Okay, so like I know in Camp Algonquin, I say I pissed off a ghost 4 times, and but for the most part, like if I'm listening to a song and they say the same thing 4 times, I just like turn it off because I just like I hate that, and I'm sure that I'm not like that consistent about it. But I was listening to some other song the other day, and like the first like I guess verse or like the first 4 lines were like, you know, something new each line, and then the next 4 were like, God, I could have kissed you. God, I could have kissed you. And I was like, okay, something else is coming, and it's just 4 times, and it was like I just turned it off. And that also frustrates me with like the song Emo Girl. Because it's like, God damn, you really couldn't find anything else to rhyme with? Like
We were fucking talking. Was it
all
me
I
and
want
Lane-
is emo girl? Like what the fuck does that
we were
mean?
talking about this. We were literally
Yeah.
talking about this song yesterday because I was
Yeah.
like you couldn't even fucking rhyme girl with world or something. Like
you
it's
can't
like
do
it's
that.
like falling short, huh?
But you can't do that.
Well, I mean,
like,
that's-
Girl and Worlds, yeah. But he could have
I know,
pivoted
but
to
like
emo
that's
chick.
the bare minimum. Like that's something,
know.
you know?
But it's like he could have pivoted to emo chick. Like that opens up so many more opportunities. And then also
Yeah.
the line like all I want is emo girl. It's like, are you a caveman? Like what the fuck does that mean? Like
All I want is emo girl.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. No, repetition can be it can be a bad thing, it can be a good thing. The way that I think about it, and somebody in chat said this, repetition can be really cool if the context changes with each time. I super agree with that. I love
Pretty sure this is Heather.
Yes, that's Heather. I super
Like Heather
fucking
Kirk.
love yeah.
Oh, okay.
I love
Cool.
I love doing repetition with variation because then the repetition kind of highlights the variation or whatever. I do not really like verse chorus structure though. I feel you on that. Like for me, I'll do songs that kind of sound like they're going to be verse chorus, but then it's like verse, chorus, verse, but it's a completely different idea. Bridge 2, bridge 3, chorus, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I don't because the other thing too though that bothers me though is like if there's a verse chorus and then the next verse is like totally different, like a different rhythm, a different because then it's a little bit like, all right, pick something, you know, like 'cause I guess to me it comes off a little bit as like I'm just like kind of an asshole, I guess, just like a really big critic. But I think I only do this with like mainstream music.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So-
I mean, you got to
Yeah.
know what you like and don't like. I think like on a individual level, it's good to be able to just hear something and be like, "Oh, I fucking hate that. I'm never gonna do that." You know, because that's how you find
Yeah.
yourself, kind of. You know.
I think I just know too, like, I mean, just a little bit about like when really amateur musicianship or songwriting is like, okay, like, you know, when it's obvious. And like, I can, that's why, like, when for the most part, I like a lot of my music, but like, that's why there's a few things like at the end of Port Deadward, like that bomb that goes off. I like, that was stupid. I shouldn't have done that.
I love it personally, but I understand wanting to not like scare people with it or whatever.
In Camp Algonquin, like going from like talking about my parents and then saying like, oh, my imagination stabs me with visions of betrayal, like the switch to it. I think that's a little bit immature. Like, hey, what the hell? You're just talking about your parents. Now talk about like wondering if your girlfriend's gonna dump you. Like, you know, like
yeah. I mean, I think people like emo because it's immature. Like, if I'm being honest,
yeah.
I think people really relate to emotional expression that isn't like super polished or super thought out or whatever. I think it feels that much more real when it's like, oh, like a person who isn't perfect like wrote this and this is what they meant, and it doesn't matter if it's like super like beautifully put together or whatever. It's just matters that it's real.
Yeah, I like that too. Like the honesty and like the rawness is more important to me because like I don't have any good examples, but sometimes someone will say something and you'll be like, damn, they're not faking like that.
Yeah.
You know, like I think maybe because like I don't really smoke cigarettes. I think someone was said some line, they were talking about like dead lighters go to heaven or whatever. And I was like, wow, like I haven't ever been around a lighter long enough to be like, to have it die, you know? So,
yeah.
Hello, cat.
Yeah, this is Tig.
This is my boy.
Should I go find my cat?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to. I'd love to see a cat. Okay. Yeah, we can fill time.
Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, yeah, I got enough battery. Yeah, I guess as far as like Fox goes, that song, I think we talked about it a little bit. And I think I got the gist of it. I guess you could probably. There he is.
Oh.
He's a big boy.
Cute.
His name is Nigel. Yeah.
How old is Nigel?
I don't know. Got him, and he was like 2 or 3, and now it's been a while, so I don't know. He's here for a good time, not a long time, but big boy. Yeah, how special is that?
Oh my gosh.
Heccra's cat, yeah. Yeah, so he and me just chill. Yeah, my house. I don't want to show my house.
Drinking your water. That's actually for him.
Oh, that's his water. Okay. Never mind.
Sorry.
I'll leave him to it.
My cat can't drink water out of like a bowl or anything. Anything that he can push around or tip over, he will. Like and so I got this my solution is I got this like cup holder like desk clamp thing, and I have it like attached to my desk, and then I just put a glass inside of it that is like snug, like tight. And that has his water in it. And even then, he can't move it, so he'll fully dunk his paw inside of it and then flick the water around.
Oh, okay. Really I was gonna say like
a nuisance.
Just get like a heavy metal block, but then I guess it's the same problem.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I don't know. Do you guys?
Okay, so where were we?
Well, I don't know if we have any what? Every one. I was just like,
we don't have to.
Yeah, like anything you guys really want to know about it. I think I think if you look, I don't know, maybe Koala Bear is a bit hard. I guess I have some comments. If I released this today, I would have rearranged the tracks because it starts off kind of like all the really high energy songs are up front, and then it ends with some kind of weaker songs. And when I listen to Montero by Lil Nas X, that was a
Yeah.
time where I realized like the album started that way and then ended that way. Like, and I was like, oh yeah, I can't do that. You gotta scoop it, you know,
Yeah.
or you gotta have.
I think with pop albums, a lot of the time they're like, nobody's gonna get past like track 5. Like the rest of the tracks are just like attempts at maybe having like another hit single or something, or just trying to get features or whatever, you know.
I mean, specifically like that.
I don't think that's
album,
true of
like,
Lil
a
Nas
lot of
X. To be fair, I'm not. What do you say?
Know, like I think some of the songs on Montero were just kind of filler. Maybe that's not true, but yeah. With a pop
I
album,
respect
you're
your
right.
opinion.
It's probably just like
there's a different mindset, I think. Like sometimes there's pop albums that are like, you know, trying to make an album that you listen to start to finish, but a lot of the time it's just like, here is a lot of songs that this person made around this time, you know? And they're like, I don't know, a lot of pop albums these days are just like ridiculously bloated to the point where it's like, why would you want to listen to this much of one album? You know?
Yeah. I was looking through the chat a little bit. People were saying that I'm like being mean to my cat.
What? Oh, it's just because you were repositioning him and calling. Well,
I don't.
do not call him fat. There's nothing wrong with being fat, for one. That's not a mean thing.
Maybe I'm kind of bad because like I kind of like maybe it's a little thing for me that like I want him to get bigger. I kind of want to see like how big he'll get. So
okay, all right, maybe in that case I would. Cool.
Okay, I'm just joking though. Like I don't do that.
I know. No. You're just like, please eat.
No, but like sometimes when I'm eating something, I'll be like, I'm a merciful God, and I'll give him some, you know, like. Yeah.
Oh, your cat eats a little bit of people food?
Like really nice stuff, like shrimp. That's or fun. Like filet mignon.
Yeah.
But he will. Yeah. I've seen him. I've seen him eat a donut, and I've seen him like steal a whole piece of fried chicken. And it's like, what are you gonna do with that, bud?
Oh like, my god!
When my cat was a little kitten, I had some people over, and I mean, he was truly very small. And one of the people brought like grilled cheese sandwiches over that we had cut into like triangles. And at one point, I just like have this. I remember this image of my cat like running back from the front door, like towards me, just fully carrying a grilled cheese triangle in his mouth. And I was like, you can't have that.
Oh my god.
It's cheese. You're lactose intolerant.
I'm just going to take the mask off at like this point. I don't know. Maybe not. So does that
yeah, I mean, you've already done it.
Yeah.
I know. What am I doing? I think there was a part of me that wanted to just be like, hey, it's me. Cause like I like, you know, with I don't hide my identity from like people I like FaceTime with, you know, like Carson Pace has seen me. Maybe that's it. Cause I think I'm insecure about like being bald and ugly. So yeah. Sorry, I know you're talking about your cat. I don't want to be like, hey, look at me. I'm taking my yes. Heather Heather knows my personal Facebook. Yeah. Beard doxed.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried that people are gonna see this much and then be like, hey, that one time we almost thought we found him. Well, we found him, you know. So
yeah.
Well, you don't have to go any further.
Yeah. It sucks because
I don't have to take this off.
Well, you could. No.
It sucks because it to me seems so obvious, like with like the mask and the like sort of character and everything that you play in your music, that it's like, you know, if you wanted to just like put your full name out there and everything, you would have, like, but I almost feel like to some people they take that as like a challenge and they're like, oh, I got to figure out who this really is or whatever. And that just seriously, like, I don't know. It just sucks.
I like it a little, but then people got like way too close and it was like, fuck. Cause I mean, I got, you know, like, I don't think anyone's going to like try to hurt me, but it's like, I got like kids,
sure.
You know, and
yeah.
And
I don't want them. Yeah. They didn't sign up for all this. That's all, you know?
Yeah. No, I've seen,
I've
seen like they're, what?
Your employer?
I was just gonna say like, yeah, like I don't want like anyone's gonna hire me know about heccra, you know, like.
Oh yeah, that's
Um,
fair.
So yeah. Sorry, you were saying something.
Oh, just I was just talking about shit that's fucked up. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just remember seeing like people talking about like the band Snowing, like they like have a bunch of songs where they mention somebody named Melissa, and somebody was like, "Oh, I found Melissa on Facebook," and it's like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
yeah.
Yeah, someone did something like that
I don't understand people
recently.
like that.
It was like Olivia like Rodriguez did something like that too, where she was singing about like this blonde girl.
Yeah.
Oh,
I guess that's a joke because it's.
No. There's like there is that reminded me of when Becky with the
good hair.
Nice
Becky
hair
with the good
or something
hair.
like that.
Or, yeah,
yeah.
Becky with the good hair.
Yeah.
I remember when that came out, that song, everyone was like genuinely like, oh, this is Becky with the good hair, or like whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, leave it alone. Like,
yeah.
and it could also mean nothing. It could be no one.
People have brainworms from like ARGs and shit. They're like everything is a like puzzle to solve.
The heccra ARG.
Yeah.
I will find you.
Well, it is. I mean, okay, it is like that a little. What is it like? Alternative reality game. Okay, because like, I have a Twitter. It's possible, but there is a Twitter I know of called like Camp Algonquin Paranormal Investigators, and it isn't run by me, but like that's kind of spooky how like they'll every now and then post stuff almost as if they're there at Camp Algonquin, like witnessing, you know, paranormal happenings go on, and I've gotten some good feedback that what I'm not doing is like kind of fun. So yeah,
People are like, I love this
Twitter
Twitter that you made.
And, well, some people don't believe that I made it, and for good reason, because I didn't, and so. But yeah.
Yeah,
but also I guess the point. Sorry, I'm just gonna bolt.
Just holding a microphone now.
Yeah, I got this is the only one I have, and this is every album was done. Everything was done through this one, so yeah.
SM57.
Yeah,
that's right.
I know that mic.
Huh? We're holding 58s.
Yeah,
these are
the same mic. It's just a different end cap.
Yeah, it just has. Yep.
Yeah, that's the mic that we mic'd our guitars with on First Class Beach album. I mean, it's what everybody mics their guitars with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish, but it's weird because it's like I only have one mic. I still only have one mic. Like, shouldn't I have two or something by now? Like, I can afford another.
Yes.
I used to record with a fucking Blue Yeti.
It's
I recorded drums with one Blue Yeti before. Like, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, I know.
It
I
did
guess
sound
it's just
worse.
sort of like, what would I use another
It
mic
doesn't matter.
for? I used to mic my guitars. Yeah, for somebody in the chat. Yeah, like I
hold on, y'all
I
mic
guess,
your guitars.
Talk about some gear. Well, I don't anymore, but like this was like the
Oh
amp.
damn.
And
the
then
Marshall head,
yeah, I don't know. This is what I guess the cab's over here. Woo, but then this is kind of I don't know.
Your setup?
A little bit where I record right now, yeah. So yeah, I used to mic. That's the point. I'm kind of like losing my train of thought. Like, yeah, I used to actually like, you know, have the whole like mic amp cab mic thing. So it's been a long day for me. Like I had like a job interview earlier that I
was
gonna be a good fit for me. It was one of those things where it would be for like an advanced radio frequency scientist position, and and like they were talking to me, and I'm kind of like going over my resume, but I'm like lying a little bit, you know, just lying a little bit. Like there's one part on there where it says like I've built like RF amplifiers between 1.9 gigahertz and like 23.5 gigahertz, and that's true, but I've just built those two, you know, like, but I make it sound like I built like a whole range in there. And then they're asking like for like publications. They're like, yeah, like how about, okay, if we do go forward, like then you'll give like a presentation on all your work. And it's sort of like, oh, like the 5 years that I've like literally accomplished nothing in grad school, like nothing's worked, nothing's added up. Like I don't have any work. Like I don't have any publications, and so it's just kind of like, oh damn, you know,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fool them. So kind of a bummer. But it wouldn't be a good
Hey,
fit.
shout
But
out
even
to
still,
actually
just
getting
like,
a fucking degree though.
Yeah, yeah.
I did 1 year
Thanks.
of art school and dropped out.
I did 4 years of undergrad and dropped out.
I don't think I don't know. The school thing is grad school is a really bad experience. I think like I guess I like learned a lot, but it's like I could go on and on and on about it. My therapist hears a lot about it, but just like I just thought I was gonna get taken care of by professors. And I was actually like, currently in like a really fucked up situation that's kind of complicated, but like I am getting my master's electrical engineering. Like that's all good to go. But my professors are in the mechanical engineering department. And what they did was they gave me an incomplete for like research credits last fall. And I can't graduate now until they resolve that. So it's like it's like blackmail, or it's like a chokehold kind of situation. And they're literally like, oh, if you get us research, if you just please us, we'll like let it go. And so like that's obviously been stressful. I like kind of blew up on them the other day. Yeah, so long day.
Yeah,
So I'm almost like acting drunk.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like fucking 9 p.m. where you are too, so
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
it's a little different for us.
Yeah, I was sorry if you guys haven't had dinner yet or anything. So
I will be eating immediately after this stream. No
Okay,
worries.
yeah.
I
like, I
haven't, but I
figure,
eat late as fuck. I'm fine.
Yeah. Do you have to pee at all? You know, like
I'm doing all right, honestly. I haven't been drinking water for the entire stream. That's probably a different problem. But what I was gonna say is we have a friend who like just dropped out of one grad program and is entering another one. And it was in STEM. It was like immunology, and they also, I mean, they're incredible for one, like a wonderful person, really hard worker, like just so no matter what field they end up in, they're going to be doing great things, and like just one of those people. But like what is it called, your PO or whatever, or like
your PI, yeah, primary investigator.
PI. Yeah. Yeah, like that, like they were also hoping for, having somebody that could relate to them a little bit more, and that would understand like things and like help to, make the whole grad experience, even if something was like difficult or something, they'd have someone to go to, or
like a mentor,
whatever.
even.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And just felt like at every step, at every turn, like when they initially like got into it, it seemed like that person was going to be that person for them. And it seemed perfect. And it was like, oh, amazing. But then every chance that they got to be a mentor, like for our friend, or like to actually support them, they just fumbled it and like did. So the whole program like felt very unsupportive. And I think that I know earlier you said, I don't remember if you said this on stream now that I think about it, but you said that you didn't get through grad school because of like laziness. But I think so much of it is absolutely the environment of grad school.
Yeah, it's okay. So it was 50-50. Like I definitely own my part of why the PhD didn't work out. But like, yeah, you're talking about this person's like PI, like maybe like when you say fumble, like they just failed to be a good mentor, or did they just not even try?
It's in some instances of like things that I heard, it almost like felt antagonistic in certain ways.
I mean, I'm in a very similar situation where like if I did like I wanted mentorship, and I didn't get that. Like, if I had to tell you like what did my professors personally teach me, fucking nothing. I'm obviously very bitter about it. So, but like, and the other thing too is like when I, yesterday I had a meeting where I basically confronted them about the incomplete, because it's like, according to university policy, I was actually supposed to sign it and like consent to it, and I didn't. Like, they definitely filed that behind my back somehow. Like, that's not okay. And as I'm confronting them about this, like, I have two professors, and one of them is like, she's like raising her voice and getting all heated, and I realize it's like, you're a bully. Like your true nature is coming out. Like I thought it was like the other guy, but he's just like chilling out, just like I don't wanna like this is nasty. I don't want to get involved in this. And like she's the one that's like we have our evidence, and if you want to like go head to head and go to war, we can come to the resolution that way. And it's just like, oh my God, like she's saying that she's got like emails where like people were complaining that I'm not in the lab. It's like, who would say that? Like other grad students are going to complain that I'm not in the lab. Like they're not going to do that. Yeah, I don't know. I think she was bluffing, and I definitely think they were wrong to give me the incomplete without telling me about it at all. They didn't, like we did talk about it. Is this interesting for you guys in the stream?
I mean, it's interesting to me. I mean, because like you're literally like what you just said a moment ago was like exactly like
yeah.
Our friends also had professors say like, oh well, we're getting complaints from other students that you're not in the lab. Like it was literally the same thing. So it's like,
but like that wouldn't happen though, because like I talked to my other students and they all like there was a long time where I was like, no, like this is just me, like I'm the dud, and it turns out they're all like, yeah, I hate our professors, like they do this and they do that, and it's like, yeah. So I don't know. It's just an environment where there's no accountability. It's just like the professor just gets to run the show the way that they want, and it's the numbers game. They get like they're getting all. They want to see their citations and their H factor go up, and it's like, okay, well, you're a grad student. I pay you $2,000 a month, and I think they just want like cheap labor, or so I don't know. They didn't. I'm an adult now, and I know I should have like known coming into the program like I was going to be the one. I was going to have to make sure that like I was meeting like the administrative deadlines for stuff, but I was just like, they'll take care of me. They'll make sure I don't have to worry about it. I just need to go to the lab and just, this is like a utopian sabbatical. I just get to learn what I want to learn. I just get to play with stuff in the lab, like what an enriching experience. And no, it's not like that. So that was me like digging my grave. So, but at first,
any
like
of this stuff. Oh, sorry. If you don't mind, is any of this stuff like that you think you would write about, or like, because I know we were talking earlier about how a lot of emo, and especially for when you're younger, is very much like relationships, like things not working out and like feeling out of place, like, and not really, knowing how to have a grasp of your emotions. And now, like, yeah, I mean, it seems like you have a wealth of like you've lived a life, you have life now, you have life, life. You have
time
kids.
to go.
You have, well, you just have these things, and I'm no, it's not. It's time to go. For me, it's like it's.
No, it's about like dying. Like,
I think it would be so.
Life, like...
I think it would be so interesting to hear like an emo record, kind of in your style, that is about like those sorts of subjects, like having kids. Like instead of hearing, like Jeff Rosenstock sing about how all of his friends have children now, it would be interesting to hear someone sing about like, I have these children. I have these children now, and some of my friends don't have kids, and they don't know how hard it is. Like,
okay, so Nate Burr's the same way. He's like he just thinks it would be such a good story arc for like my next album to be about kind of like how things have changed and as I've grown up and whatnot. And like and now you guys are saying this too, and so I don't know. It's interesting because like because I'm trying to mine back into like that 16 to 19-year-old mindset, So I don't know, because like I'm very upset about this thing that used to be my dream, like just kind of like crashing and smoldering in front of me. And I also know too that for the longest time, like I really just wanted the PhD because of like insecurity, like because it's like if I've got it, then no one can say I'm stupid. I guess I'm probably insecure about my intelligence, even though I think I'm smart. But it's like that's why I wanted it. It was just sort of one of those things. I got some cousins and like they're real smart. Like one of them has her doctorate, the other one like has already worked for like Google, Apple, Mozilla. Now he's working for Snowflake. And it just always felt growing up like that I was just like stupid, like when I was 16, I was like running away from home and like that kind of stuff, getting in trouble at school. And they would just be like, so what's up to? Like it's just like that was like their entertainment. Like, so what stupid fucking thing is he doing now? Like, little idiot.
Do you want us to censor that again?
Yeah, do you want me to censor that use of your name too?
Yeah, probably, yeah. But
I can do that.
But I don't know. I've thought about I mean, so that's like that story wrapped up. It's just like, God, like I never want to. Some of it's like I just like never want to see them again. Like I want them out of my life, just like because I'll never be good enough for them. But the truth is, they cannot care at all, and it's just something that I've kind of like made up and like ruminated on. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it was tough. There was a while where I just couldn't let the PhD go because it was like I need it, and if I don't get it, I just can't. I can't like live and regret it. And then I got to a point where I realized like I don't need it, because it's like now I know I'm smart. I know I did all this. Like I don't need it. I don't need other people. I don't care about what they think anymore. So,
yeah,
I have something else to say. I just forgot where it went. So.
There's so much about like academia that's like instilled in us to believe that if we don't have these degrees or these things, like that means that we're stupid and worthless. So like I fully understand you being attached to it for so long as like as like a sense of worth, like because you can say to yourself, like you said, you think you're smart, but like education, like in a degree, proves it to people.
Yeah, and
there are some pretty thoughtless fucking losers that have degrees, I will say, like so but it is like hard to detach.
I'm always so like careful to like say this stuff though, because like I don't want like anyone on the alt-right being like, yeah, see, those doctors don't know what they're talking about,
yeah, that's like, a good point.
So like it is like, because you're right, but it's like I'm just so like we probably shouldn't like perpetuate the idea that like that people with that are qualified to like be making these public health decisions or whatever it is, like don't know what they're talking about, because like that's not exactly that.
And
that's a great
point.
Want to challenge people too. It's like, you could go to school and learn it, like you don't think like COVID is real, like, well, why don't you go to school, like why don't you become a biologist and take an immunology course, you could do that, so but then they'll have a reason why I don't, no, it's all bull crap. And it's like,
yeah.
So, yeah.
I think we could wrap now if you want to last things.
I have one more question.
Yeah, go for it.
Totally unrelated to what we were just talking about. Did you in fact like have a version of this album that was mastered on VHS? Like on Bandcamp?
Well, yeah, and I mean, it is there. Like that's what you're listening to.
Oh, and that is like just the album.
That's why there's no bass. That's why the bass drum like completely like evaporated. Because so I recorded all of it, and then dumped it all onto a VHS tape, and then dumped it back.
That's fucking awesome.
To just kind of, I mean. It didn't pick up like so much. It did pick up some character.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've been doing some stuff with the VHS recently for like just some video shit that I've been working on. But I've had a theory, like if you can get tape warmth out of reel to reel, can you get it out of fucking VHS? It's magnetic tape too.
Yeah.
I know it's not the same, but.
It's I mean, I honestly, I got a lot more from just like clipping it, just like
that's what I'm saying. I mean, that's what tape saturation is. It's just clipping it.
Yeah, but there's also something too about like like I don't know. Yeah, I thought there's something about like the if on like a reel to reel, if like the tape head's off axis, then it saturates it too. And I studied electromagnetics.
Not a reel-to-reel expert.
Well, so I study electromagnetics, so I actually know that like it's the permeability of the iron core. It saturates. It's got a hysteresis loop, but there's a point where when you start to increase the magnetic field, the magnetic flux density saturates. It's cool shit. So
you You know shit.
You
A little.
you are smart.
You don't need a fucking PhD. I have no idea what you're talking about right now. So
Well, but I was taught this. That's the
Yeah.
thing is, it's like
Sure.
that's true.
everything I learned, I was taught, and and so it's not like I figured it out. You know, it's like
Yeah.
and
They didn't teach you how to revolutionize the emo genre.
Okay, I just got lucky though. Like who would have known? Like that's so honestly, that's like so I need that. Like it's so meaningful to me. Like actually, it's so funny because like heccra is up there with like if I have to talk about like the most meaningful stuff I've done in my life, it's like my marriage, my children, and heccra actually. Like
Yeah.
Yes.
it's been
It's important to a lot of other people too. Like it's It's been interesting like having this conversation because I think there's sort of a perception like with like people that we look up to or whatever where it's like, oh, like I think they're the shit, so like surely they know it or whatever, and like no, everybody's fucking human. Like everybody has like shit that they're going through and everything, and if there's anything that you get out of this, like I just want to make it clear to you that like a lot of people really appreciate like the music that you made, and if you want to make more, people would love to hear it. If you don't, like your mark on music is like so significant to so many people.
I want the people to know I'm like dying. I've been dying for a long time to make music. Like like I want to so bad. It's just been tough to like find the time to do it. And you know, once I started taking antidepressants, you know, things kind of stabilized a little bit. So sometimes it's hard to like it's just a lot of stuff. And of course I'm very afraid about what if it sucks, you know. So but this is I can't stress them. I need this, you know what I mean? I need this. So.
I totally feel you there. Like we too are in a position where it's like, okay, we have made a thing that people like, and like don't want to let people down with the next thing, you know? And it's really fucking stressful, honestly. Like,
well, let's collaborate, and then we.
Hey, I'd love to.
If we fail together. Yeah. Well, that'd be great.
Oh yeah. I mean, I didn't want to bring it up on stream because like I didn't. But for real, yes, I would love to work with you.
Yeah. Like at the absolute, like at the very least, like I feel like there's a good chance we'll do another remix album with the second album.
Oh yeah.
I would love for you to do a remix for us, but also I would love to like write something with you sometime.
Yeah, come out to LA.
Let's just hang out. Yeah, let's just
come chill in LA. You can smoke weed.
I could.
You could.
Yeah. It depends. Yeah.
Yeah. No pressure.
No pressure.
Yeah, because I'm just gonna be there and just be like, "Boof me up." You know, it's like I feel like it'd be one of those things that kind of like comes more natural. Yeah, whatever. But
no, I so much respect people who smoke weed, get stressed out, and are just like, "This is not for me," and stop doing it. Because I smoke weed, get stressed out, and then get high the next day. So.
Is "boof me up" not cool to say? Like I'm getting that in like the. I don't know, because like I'm getting older and like I keep hearing these things like, "Oh, I'm a corked up white boy goated with the sauce." I'm like, that's so funny. I gotta say that.
It's good.
So
Boof does also refer to butt chugging. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's how you smoke weed, though, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yes.
I mean, if you're a professional, yeah.
Yeah. You walk in the door, you do a handstand, and
then
we
that's what I'm gonna do when I see you guys.
bomb.
I'm just gonna I'm just gonna show you my butthole right when I get there. So.
Yeah. No better way to bond immediately. Okay.
I know.
We got Dax just redeemed breathe.
Yeah.
I think that's so funny. Yeah, I'll breathe. Okay. Any last things that either of you want to say?
I love you guys. This has been awesome. It's really great talking with you. I'll definitely come out to LA. I'd love to hang.
Yeah.
Yes,
just chat all night. Yeah.
That would be amazing. And thank you. And maybe this goes without saying, but yeah, I love you and your music. And I wanted you two to talk more because I think that like I'm very new to you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm
And
new
you
to a
don't
lot
worship
of
the
it.
ground I walk on yet. So no. I'm
Well,
kidding.
you know, maybe maybe I'd worship the ground you handstand on while you're boofing some weed.
Will, it's okay. Like it's okay.
I'll do
like,
it. I'll do it. Okay.
You know, you can't help it. If you like it the way you like it, that's fine. I didn't, you know.
I want to
get
get
it.
across. Hey, I do love your music. I just don't want to worship you. I do. Hey,
That's
can I get
fine.
across that I love your music, but also would rather like not worship you? You know?
Yeah,
As
and I
a-
think I think you made it clear that you just have a whole thing against like worshiping.
Yeah, like
someone else.
idolization.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's because
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
so into that when I was younger, and I need to avoid it. If I start
And your
idolizing
heroes let
people
you
again,
down.
oh no, some of
Yeah.
them haven't still, and I need
Yeah.
to, and I still have a hard time talking to them, and I'm like, that's not good.
It can just be a really shitty like situation to put people in. for
Exactly,
sure.
exactly.
Like,
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so I love you.
Okay.
Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for doing this.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay, I'm sure I'll think of something I want to say like 5 minutes. What happened?
Well,
Where'd it go?
you're back.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, this was great.
Yes.
Yeah, great talking
Probably
with you.
probably should stop ourselves before we just.
Yeah, we probably should. Hey, if you do think of something, you can message us. We're friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
We are. That's right. Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I had one thing. I remembered from the very beginning. I've been meaning to say this.
What?
Are you familiar with Doro Hidoro? The
No.
anime, the manga, Doro Hidoro.
No.
Oh.
No.
I mean, I'm
the only
familiar.
anime that was Sergeant Frog and then like Neon Genesis Evangelion,
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
which like depressed me so much. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh yeah. I guess I was gonna say this too. I wanted to do this. I didn't know how this was gonna work, but like if I had like a better mask ready, I wanted like when you guys had me on, I just wanted to like stay silent for like the first 5 minutes. Just like fuck with you. Just like this is this heccra? He's just like this creature. He doesn't talk. Like
yeah,
Fucking.
yeah, that would have been very stressful. I will say,
just
but
gets you- just, like, is this way? He just like looks at you like
I would be trying to be so polite. I'd be like, wow, wow. The
Yeah.
only reason I brought up Doro Hidoro is because your original mask reminds me a lot of Doro Hidoro. That's all. So-
okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to. Is there a character that has a mask like that, or just?
Yeah, I think so. Like I don't remember any of their names, but it's all right. Whatever. That's the last thing I'll say. I'll send you a picture on Facebook.
Okay,
I'll send you
yeah.
a picture of what I'm talking about. Doesn't super matter, but just for me,
It's a pretty good anime.
It's a good anime.
I really liked it.
it is
yeah.
a good anime.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be your third one.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah,
Check it out. It's on Netflix.
anime podcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we start an anime podcast with you where we just keep introducing you to anime, and
So then I would finally get to watch something. Like I really don't like. I watched like Archive 81, and like wow, I've actually finished like probably the first series I've finished since a really long time ago. I guess
Wow.
funny note, like my wife literally watches like The Office over and over and over and over again. Like she only watches The Office. So
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I love that kind of
SNL.
person.
Yeah.
SNL.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just it's the age of comfort TV. We're in an
Yeah,
anxious age.
yeah,
So.
Yeah.
for sure. All
Yeah.
right. Okay, I'm gonna go to the screen where they can't see you. They'll still be able to hear you. We're gonna finish the stream and then we'll say goodbye to you off stream. Sound good?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
sound
thanks
good.
everybody for being here. This will be available in its entirety on YouTube on the Second Class Beach channel. You can follow the Twitter account for listen alongs. It's @_listen along. I literally only tweet about like when I put an episode out and when I'm like having somebody on the show and when we're going live. So you can turn notifications on for it and you won't get like flooded with a bunch of bullshit. I don't retweet anything. Yeah. So That's @_listen along on Twitter. I don't have an Instagram or a TikTok or anything for it, so just go there. Sorry if you don't have Twitter. Just sub to this channel, I guess, or like follow the channel or whatever. If you follow twitch.tv/glassbeachband, I think it'll give you a notification when we go live. And then I don't have another one of these lined up, but there's a few I want to reach out to Topiary Creatures. Because they just released a really amazing record that I love so much. Oceanator is going to come on at some point, probably to go over her newest record that's coming out. And then I also have talked to a couple other bands. They're slipping my mind right now. Gully Boys. I've talked to them as well. So those are ones to look forward to in the future. I'm excited to do those. This one was really great. I'm happy to have Jay on for this one. I think I would have been a little bit out of my depth, so I appreciated.
No, yeah, it's actually been so great, to have you here and get to talk to you. This is a good format.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like, good.
We got
and then with that, see you all the next time, I suppose. Any last thing you want to say? You
bleep
good?
my name.
No.
Any last thing for heccra? Bleep my name. Yes, I will. I will bleep your name.
I would have been wearing a black hoodie, but I had to look nice for my job interview. So
it's the orange to remind everyone of your mask, your original mask. That's what for. Okay, bye everybody. I'm gonna end the stream now, or I'm gonna go to the end screen, and then I think Lane is gonna be playing Elder Ring after this as well. So if you're into that, okay, I'm gonna push a button.
Am
Bye.
I off?
No, you're not. We're good.